welcome to day 2, everybody, of ProBots here on ESChamp. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up button. We have an exciting day lined up for you. We are moving into the lower section of our round of 16. So we've got 4 more bots going into the lower bracket, and we will be joined by Endersword in just a moment. But before we are, make sure you check out our forum. You can type something in the chat. It'll pop up. Everything is in the description below. You can find all our resources to making a bot, to getting involved with robots. Check out AIArenaLadder.net, or what is it? SE2 AI Arena. SE2 AI Arena. Something like that. Check them out. This is where all the bots come from. Great community over there for all you new bot authors. But without further ado, let us dive into these games. We've got 8 bots going at it, and let's go. And we pulled Endersword out of the supply closet there. He was waiting for the intro to be done. Welcome.
Well, I really love a one-shot intro. If there's anything, I just love it. I mean, everyone loves it, or else we wouldn't do it every week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we are doing the same thing every week that we do here for the next 6 weeks, actually. We've got more bots going up against each other. Again, 4 bots are going into the lower bracket tonight. And let's go ahead and actually, speaking of the bracket, I think we should pull that up right now because I want to see these bots.
I want to see it too. Then we can see the names. And then
we're on the same page. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it when we're on the same page. It's good.
It is.
So your hat is the Eagles, right? Yeah.
It is the Eagles. Yeah.
All right.
It is. It also happens to be the logo of like my high school team. So that's, I think, I just grabbed.
How many high schools do you think have the eagle as their mascot?
Like at least 30% of them. Like
good amount.
At the very least, yeah. It's
all right.
We didn't even have a football team, but we picked a football team as our mascot.
Hell yeah. All right, here's the bracket for y'all. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way. You are, again, joining us on ESChamp's ProBots. This is our weekly installment here, and we are diving into that lower round of 16 here. Some exciting matchups tonight. My favorite bots, my prediction for the supreme winner of the whole thing, Jensiiibot, is going up tonight.
See how that goes for you.
So I have an interesting. Oh no, I guess it's later. We'll talk about. So actually, let's talk about our fantasy just real quick. It is mostly for our post-bot show. That is the show that takes place after ProBots, and you can fill in a bracket. Well, at the beginning of the season, we all filled it in already. But we've got a bunch of fantasy brackets on our challenge page that you can all kind of peruse and look through and see what everybody voted. Pretty much everybody voted for Eris to win the whole thing, I think. Eris or Ketroc.
Eris and Ketroc like 50-50.
Yeah. So, go check that out. We've got some fun predictions. We'll talk more about that during our post-bot segment, which comes after ProBots. So that'll be tomorrow. But, some great bots tonight. Ketroc, Jensiiibot going at it. We've got DominionDog and ANIbot. Some new bots as well. So Zoe is new. And Whalemean is a returning author, but a new bot. It is SharkBot's author.
Shark Nice
made Whalemean.
Shark Nice make SharkBot, and Whalemean is like, mean is the opposite of nice, and a whale is the opposite of a shark.
His arch nemesis. Yeah. Right. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm sure he's tested them against each other. That'd be a fun show match. Do Whalemean versus SharkBot. Little author, the same author whale. Show match. Anyway, VeTerran and Dovahkiin as well. We'll wrap things up tonight. Dovahkiin, also a new bot. Exciting. Yes. I'm excited to see. And then VeTerran, who did a very, very good job last season, gave us a really strong showing. I'm very excited to see, with all the improvements I'm sure it's gotten, what we're going to get tonight. So,
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, you look hype. You got your hype glasses on. I
always wear the hype glasses. It just makes me feel more gamerish.
Are those new ones? Those look different than other ones.
I've gone through a few, so these are new.
I like that style.
Every now and then I get into wearing them, and then I misplace them for like a year, and they break or something, and I buy them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna talk about our first match here. Before we do, though, big shout out to our Crown Club. Thank you all so much for being a part of the Crown Club. Again, if you're in the Crown Club, you get access to PostBots. You get our artwork for the season. You saw the intro screen. You can have that as your phone background or whatever. You get all sorts of cool little perks. Once we start doing live events again, you'll be able to come hang out with Endersword and potentially myself if I can get my butt up to Canada.
Potentially. Yeah.
I like your room too. Your room is looking real nice, by the way.
I'm glad I moved things. Yes.
It's looking real nice. I'm liking it.
Yeah, it's better.
All right, well, here is our first matchup of the night. Our first best of 3 will be DominionDog. It is a Java bot created by Fidelino. Will be going up against Micro Machine. Oh, no, I lied. ANIbot.
ANIbot.
Tricked you all. I'm just making sure everybody's paying attention. But yeah, actually, ANIbot will be going up. So a fun little story. I don't know if anybody remembers. I'm sure there are some. But ANIbot barely got into ProBots this season.
Yeah.
It was all dependent on a few things, and actually Tier ended up dropping out, which cleared up some spot. And ANIbot and then Dovahkiin, I think, was number 16. So ANIbot would have still gotten it. But epic little thing where Jensiiibot beat Micro Machine, and it was a whole ordeal.
This is another one where the win rate is actually below 50%, but the elo is still higher than average. So that's kind of, again, it speaks to inconsistency, but the ability to occasionally beat strong bots, basically. Yeah.
Well, and that to be in ProBots, you kind of have to be able to beat
you must be
Machine, Ketroc.
Yeah. Like if you think about it, if you have a win rate of under 50, but you're in the top 16 of like a 50 bot ladder, you've done something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, get your I almost forgot. Get your votes in. We have our poll open. Did you vote, Endersword? Who do you think's going to win this one?
I do think DominionDog will win, but I can see the voting so far is on the ANIbot side.
I actually have. I think ANIbot's going to take this one. I'm voting for ANIbot on my fantasy bracket, so we'll see if my predictions come true. I did pretty good last week, 3 of 4. You got 4 of 4. You and I think.
Oh, I got 3 of 4 too. I got the.
I thought you got 4.
Well, I think only 3 people got all 4 because of the one kind of upset match.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me too. Thank you, Endersword. We have a fun little failbot segment for you all tonight. And yeah, if you missed last week's games, jeez Louise, go check out our video page and you can see a very epic best of 3 between Sharpened Edge and BenBot from last week. Highly recommend before you watch Failbots, and then you can come and laugh and watch Failbots with us. Because it was a fun little, it wasn't even really it wasn't like a bug or anything like that. It was literally just a timing thing, just a very unfortunate decision that it makes,
Yeah.
Anyway, what's our timer at? I have not been watching. Oh my goodness, Endersword. It's time, everybody. We are ready for our first best of 3 here on ProBots Day 2. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, hit that little thumbs up if you haven't already. Get us some visibility on YouTube. And you can also do all sorts of stuff on YouTube now. Check out all the features. But without further ado, let us hop into our first best of 3 of the night right now.
Fidolinas.
DominionDog.
Sabelas's.
ANIbot. Well, let's see here if ANIbot will blow off its own head or if it will put up a good fight.
It's quite possible. Either of those things.
Yeah, so these bots do shoot themselves in the foot from time to time. And actually, my pretty much half of my bracket, my fantasy bracket for this season, is relying on bots kind of shooting themselves in the foot here or there.
It does happen. Yeah, it does happen enough that, there's always at least one a season that you think is a lock and then something happens.
Yeah. Well, and I actually have it just today, just hours ago. I saw with my own eyes a game that ANIbot beat Ketroc.
Ooh.
Which in my fantasy bracket, as we get into a few weeks from now in the lower brackets, well, I've got, you go look at my thing there, you'll see my ANIbot versus Ketroc match. I'm predicting Annie to win. So
You are.
we're going to see what happens. So ANIbot can beat the best of them. ANIbot, that was a very circumstantial game, I will say. Whether those circumstances will be repeated in 3 weeks' time after we've had updates and stuff, maybe not so likely. But
yeah,
either way, this should be a good one here on Jaganatha. I've still never figured out how to say it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're supposed to say for this.
We'll call it Jag. Oh,
yeah. Jaganatha. Yeah. It's the two N's that throw me. If there was one N, I think it would be fine, but the two seems.
Well, it could still be Jaganatha or Jaganatha.
Yeah, something like that.
Too many options here. Well, let's look and see what these bots are doing. What do you think these bots are doing here? We've got factories. We got no really cheesy things. Do both these bots speed mine? That's what I kept forgetting last week to check for that.
Yeah, I forget who does it at this point. You can kind of tell that they're doing it because you see the number of the command center flip. Like it will be random, whereas if they're automatically doing it, it will be stable. So at least DominionDog is not, and ANIbot to a mild extent at least is doing it.
Well, and yeah, you can see the little zoom too and the little clicks and everything. So yeah, ANIbot does have a little bit of an income boost, and I think you can kind of see that in the supply. Just a couple more Marines or one more Marine. Or I'm sorry, two more Marines. Right? Yeah, two more Marines there. So hey, it could add up early game, especially if you're doing a quick attack or something. But ANIbot's just going to sit at home, get that early base up. We'll have a nice defense of a few Marines here.
Very true. Yeah, both of them neither looking for like super early aggression. ANIbot with the expansion though, and it looks like DominionDog is going to go for some sort of one base attack with Cloak Banshees.
All right, I like that. I love the Cloak Banshee. It can really bug out the bots. So we've seen most of the bots deal with Cloak really well though, right? All the Terran scan, all the observers.
Yeah, especially with two command centers, he should be okay on scans. He's already getting Vikings out. I think that's a really big key. Like often with the ground forces, they kind of chase Banshees around and don't necessarily do a good job. But once you have Vikings in the air, it makes it a lot easier.
And guess what just popped out for ANIbot? A Viking.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It did. Now let's hope he doesn't land. Who was the bot last season that that had enough to like kill things? But
I remember there was just like Vikings staring at the just waiting. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. I was gonna say it was Jensiiibot.
Yeah,
but I wasn't sure. So we'll see what happens here. The Banshee's just gonna sit at home for defense right now. I really like the Widow Mines coming out. I wish more Terrans would use more Widow Mines because we've seen some very fun, interesting games.
Well, and it was ANIbot that did it.
ANIbot's our Widow Mine expert.
The all Widow Mine game against Zerg. So that was pretty good. What I don't like that DominionDog's doing though is he did basically the one base Banshee Cloak, and has not sent.
He got Cloak and then he's not doing it.
So then why did he, if you were gonna two base it, then make the second base earlier?
Yeah.
Like you should only do this if you want it to send the two Banshees and be really early. So now I think it's just kind of a suboptimal.
I don't know. Well, I actually do kind of like it this way though, because now he's gonna have all those Banshees alive with a lot of energy. So as long as there's no, say a mule just got dropped or something.
That part's okay, but I just mean that you could have started the command center earlier then.
Yeah, that's true. That's not a good time to start a command center.
That's it. Here comes the old Cloak. We got
scanning a lock-on. Oh, the lock-on doesn't kill it.
Yeah, missed there. Nice whip shot though. Kind of takes the buy out of this. But
they're wrecking the Cyclones. Oh no.
Banshees. Where's the Vikings on this?
Yeah, he did a good job taking the bio out, but yeah, there's just nothing. Yeah, where are the Vikings? Oh no, Vikings!
He's just been over there the entire time.
What do you? I think you jinxed him by talking about that game where they just sat there. Okay, here we go.
Energy is still fairly low though. Okay.
Oh no, the turret got killed and the Vikings decided to not pursue. I mean, they can't do anything anyway. Scan not available. The mineral line has just been wrecked. Oh, this is looking rough for ANIbot.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. There's the scan, but now there's not enough DPS to take them all out in one scan, basically. But energy will start to run out. Energy running out will help them, but I mean, it's probably way too late at this point.
Yeah, the energy's slowly running out. Okay, there we go. Another scan. So actually, we'll clean this up. Wait, where'd all the workers? I could have sworn the work count was even just like 10 seconds ago.
They all died.
Oh, there we go. There's the Marines. Yeah. I watched it. I was like, oh, look, he was still kind of even because he had that third base over there. But no, yeah, they all just got gutted. And there's a few Vikings on the ground, a couple Vikings on the ground, and a Cyclone that will be able to kind of chip this away and hold it. But I think DominionDog has secured the lead enough that there's just no coming back for ANIbot on this one.
Yeah, this was a bit...
We got the Cyclone with a Dream and Magfield Accelerator about to finish. Maybe, just maybe, we have seen Cyclones do some pretty amazing things. Oh, ANIbot's tapping out, apparently.
Yeah. This is GG. Let's see if he actually leaves.
I have more faith in ANIbot than ANIbot does.
I think he just says it. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But he's not going anywhere.
It's the BMGG, that's right.
Yeah. If the Vikings had helped early on, maybe he could have... he definitely would have gotten one more Banshee, because there's one that was one shot away. He might have gotten two with the scan. And then
or if they had just been in place, because if they had been in place to start, they had to fly over to that command center where the turret was detecting. And
that's it. Because he definitely wouldn't have lost the turret then, and he wouldn't have lost then 20 workers to 4 Banshees. So that was just not a great early engagement. He had the tools necessary, but just not quite doing it.
Yep. Well, I wanted to just go back to the speed mining a little bit there. So I guess ANIbot speed mining is about 50%. So I hadn't even really thought of that. So you have to go to the command center with your speed and, speed to the command center and then drop it off. But then you also want to speed back to the minerals because there's also the deceleration for the minerals. So you could
which makes sense. I think you could tell, when I said it seemed to be doing it minorly, when they're really doing it, I think the mining count drops to 7 or 8. Yeah. And his was only dropping to 10. So that makes sense then. So he's only doing it there, not on the way back. This is he typed GG.
I was
fighting his CCs off.
Not only does he BMGG, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna fly around and try to keep that.
Yeah.
Get out of the game, ANIbot. No, game 1 will go to DominionDog here. A little bit of going on, but he will clean it up. All right, well, ANIbot had the pieces in place, I think, to hold that. And it even had the setup going for the third base. The original third got denied, but then started expanding to the right. If it could have just dealt with those Banshees. ANIbot even cleaned up the ground forces for the most part.
Pretty much, yeah.
Those Banshees wrecked face. And actually now, we were poo-pooing, oh, you should be harassing. That just smashed ANIbot in the face just with the frontal assault with Cloak Banshees. So, well done. Well done, DominionDog.
Indeed it did. Mm-hmm. So will DominionDog go with the same sort of thing? Because again, but then I bet ANIbot may change what it's doing, but it would change to something what it did was actually fine. It just didn't do the right thing with the stuff that it built, but what it built was fine.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It had the tools, but just
So will it? But I'm curious now if it'll learn from the loss and change to worse tools, or what it will do. Yeah.
Yeah, we will see. All right, so we got a minute till our next game here. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, like Ketroc, who forgot about ProBots, unforgivable. You are joining us on day 2 here. Oh, there's a timer. What is? Oh, we have more timers. Look at that. Do you see the second timer we have on our call? Just came up out of nowhere. Yeah, only me. I get my own special timer.
Your own magic timer.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
I don't always miss it. Just half the time.
Sometimes.
Anyway, you joined us here on day 2, series 1, our first best of 3 of the night here. So good timing. Yeah, look at it. Now I'm just gonna stare at the timer. 2018, 17, 16. See, this backfired on Drek.
It's very engaging. It's very engaging.
You know, Drek is doing it. Make sure you all send Drek your love. He's running the show in the background with Fetzer and Laddie, making sure things. You'll be able to maybe come see him in PostBots tomorrow night. If you come hang out in the chat, again, you're welcome to. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for game 2. My timer is flashing red. Let's hop into it right now. See, we got this great timer, and then Andy Man's the problem. Yeah, it's Andy Man who runs late. That's the problem.
That is it. They got over.
Maybe this is why I run late, because I'm perfect at compensating for the technical difficulties. Member shout out. That is a great idea.
We're gonna do a shout out to cover up here. Conrad Gold, or as I like to call him, C Money. I've never called him that, but now I'm going to.
Now you have.
Yeah.
C Money. All right. Well, thank you very much, Conrad. And if you want to get your name shouted out like that, you can join our Crown Club. It does go a long way to support ProBots and future seasons of ProBots. So we do a lot of fun stuff, little community game nights and things like that. So check it out. See, now I don't even have a timer. And I don't know if anything's ready. No one's telling me anything. Just
it's probably ready.
Probably. Yeah. Hashtag blame Andy. It's always Andy's fault.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we hop into our next game there, End of Sword, I did want to ask you, why do you think Ketroc's going to win it all?
Well, I mean, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Did you do Eris? You did Eris. I'm sorry. What do you think Eris
but I did
win it all?
Yeah, but I did put an Eris Ketroc final, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the thing that makes like Ketroc a good bet for things is that it plays late game. Like it defends really well early, and
we are getting a lot more games that go into the mid-late game.
Yeah, and I think that's the key is like you're starting to see more like the whole meta has shifted a bit. You can still win early game stuff, but you've got to still have the later game in you.
Yeah,
because very often the early thing will not just win outright. So you always need to be doing the next transition, and bots that don't do that, I think, just can't really hold up to the late game bots.
Well, I think Micro Machine's probably the best example of that, and that's why he's been
doing that from the beginning
so long. Yeah, he's just so good at you can take down, you can cut his legs off, and he'll still find a way to kind of recover. And that he's always moving, always recovering, always doing something. Doesn't ever just be like, oh, you killed that, I guess I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly. And Eris is the same way.
Yes.
And we even saw in the games last week where he was getting stalker rushed, making lings, making the queens, but still teching behind the scenes so that when the Hydras came out, it was just going to end anyway. So like it never stops. Like a bot should never stop moving up, even if it's under attack, even if it's whatever. And I think a lot of bots don't do that, but the ones that do are the ones that can get out of any situation.
Well, and that's what limits the human, right? We can't be in two places at once to do our economy and our macro and our attacking and microwaving on the front. You got to choose and balance, and then do a little bit of this, a little of that. Bots do it all at the same time.
Yeah, so, all day long.
That's a good point. They should just keep going. Just keep going, and we're just going to keep stalling while we wait for this next game to start. Thank you all for your patience. And it has been long enough. Game number 2 for you.
Fidolinas.
DominionDog.
Sabelas's.
ANIbot. Ooh, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Proxy Marauders?
Is it proxied?
I
Or
don't
is it
know.
just Marauders.
SCV's going out, but that may just be the scout. But when I think
Oh.
Marauders, I think Proxy Marauders.
Yeah, proxy usually, early game. If you're going Marauders, you want them because they're kind of slow. They waddle, a lot of armor, a lot of big clunky parts. It takes them a while to waddle across the map there. So
Yeah,
Makes
the whole
sense, you
idea is to catch people with the concussive shell early on, prevent them from getting away from you.
So I guess the big thing, I wasn't paying close enough attention last game. Does DominionDog go straight for a tech lab, or does DominionDog get a Marine or a Reaper or something out first?
Yeah, trying to think what he did do. I think he was just kind of powering the tech, but let's see. See what
That's going to be a big part of this.
if he got a Reaper, he didn't send it, so he may have
Okay.
defensive thing. But yeah, no,
Tech
right
lab.
there, he's tech lab right away.
Well, that's good for ANIbot. Score is 1-0 DominionDog, by the way, in case anybody missed game number 1. There it is. Yeah, that is a good start for ANIbot here, having just that. Now our first Marauder is on the way. Ooh, it's gonna get crazy. And actually a factory for DominionDog very early as well. Oh no, wait, That's
Dominion's
Wait.
making Marauder.
wait, what the hell? Where's ANIbot's Marauder? Wait, how did DominionDog get a Marauder so much sooner? What happened?
He started the barracks sooner because it's on his side of the map.
Yeah, it was a little bit sooner, but I figured he'd, especially with that factory. ANIbot took so long to build a Marauder. Like the first Marauder for DominionDog was pretty much done.
He's
by the
also
time,
made.
so-
I
Oh,
wish
and
he proxied both of these.
Yeah.
He didn't proxy both of these, and he's getting the stim instead of the concussive, which can be good. But I wish he proxied both.
Yeah.
Of them.
Oh, well, I like the stim on if you're doing Marauder, especially Marauder versus Marauder. It makes more sense. Like if you're up against Zealots or Zerglings, you do want that slow, so you can keep kiting them.
Yeah.
But the Marauders are gonna, they'll be able to hit you.
Yeah,
still.
it'll be fine anyway.
If you have stim, there's so much health on a Marauder, you can usually take the fight because you just shoot faster. So
The real thing that'll help here is just accumulating them when Dominion really only made the one Marauder. And that's it. He's now making just a double starport. He'll start to make Banshee soon. And I guess the Marauders just have to hit before the Banshee's out.
and there it is. Yeah. So we were a little mistaken. We thought it was just going to be a quick get it in as fast as you can, keep the pressure on. But I like this. ANIbot's just going to group up a nice little squad. Stim is close to done, not quite done yet. And Concussive Shell is on the way as well. And boom, one Marauder down for DominionDog.
Yeah, this could be death rate here. The SCV's not really committing here either. They could theoretically all swarm it, but
Oh, you don't want to here. This is a choke
now
point
we're
of
doing
death.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
death.
They found the sweet spot right there. Banshees are about to pop.
Yeah, Banshee will stop the absolute game over, but it's essentially at that point.
This is kind of, it's what DominionDog did to ANIbot last game. Just crippled the worker line. And
Yeah, he may kill
it's
everything
gonna-
here, and they may just start coming in faster. Well, the Banshee kills things pretty fast, but still, it's obviously everything's gone. And does he even have? He doesn't have the minerals, but he can of course make mules.
So actually, we'll have 3 Banshees, and I don't see any anti-air defense coming out for ANIbot.
Yeah, so that'll be and the cloak is already done.
Uh-oh.
Cloak is done. Now what he's got to, I don't know what it'll do exactly to recover. Here he's got to be able to like drop a mule or something, but
Oh, he doesn't need it. I don't think he needs it. There's no anti-air. I think
There's-
DominionDog's just going to give the reverse Uno card and...
he would though if
Oh, wait. What is he?
he would if it wasn't coated in gold.
If.
See, this is the thing that made it good the first game
No.
is actually going to hurt in this game, which is he's waiting for a trigger to go.
Uh-oh. Man, this has just been back and forth. I cannot predict how this one's going to go anymore.
I think I can now.
Everything I think's going to happen ends up not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, ANIbot should be able to get up to Vikings now at this point.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
think
we're
that'll be
gonna-
fine. If it had gone, then yeah, we'd have a game. But yeah, it's probably set to go at a certain supply, or when the command center, like the second command center's done, or something like that. So it's just being defensive. And I even thought they started to like move out, but I think it was just
that's what I thought
I
too.
think it was just going after a Marauder that was on the edge.
It didn't even get the proxy.
Back. Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, DominionDog had a victory in his grasp, but there's the starport. So yeah, we could probably speed this up just a little bit here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll be a little bit.
Even on this, it'll be a while.
ANIbot still has to come up with the, attack on the other side of this. He's still
doing that. Huh?
The real thing is he's still only making like the Marauder tank. He's got a Viking coming now, but this is all still very, very ground based.
I do like the composition though, because it does make your ground very beefy and very tanky. Yeah, but again, it's just going to be really weak to things like Banshees and that. But that's what the Vikings are there to supplement, ideally.
And there's Liberators.
Nice. ANIbot does have some nice kind of late game stuff, or mid-ish game, I'd say. Compositions. So I'm excited to see our game 3 here, assuming that this push wins. Yeah, huge army supply advantage, huge everything advantage for ANIbot. Even just going to get a 4th base.
Yeah, I think Annie has no concept of how badly it crippled Dominion. Let's slow it down now, because I bet DominionDog's going to attack soon.
Yeah, okay, here. It's coming across. ANIbot's actually going to be the aggressor. DominionDog has been able to get out a little squad of Marines here. So if ANIbot does come in here haphazardly, there's a possibility, or maybe the Marines snipe the Vikings or something. Banshees are going to do a lot of work. Where are the Vikings?
I think they might even be home, but it barely matters. Now, there were enough Marines there with detection that it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah. So there we have it. So DominionDog with the hold, but then does not attack with the army that held.
Reverse Uno, the reverse Uno. Yeah, if DominionDog had just pushed across with those Banshees, that's it, 2-0 win. But ANIbot, given a breath of fresh air, will take that and move it to a game 3 here. Nicely done. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
It's my favorite, an ace match. We haven't gotten as many this season, have we? We've only had just the
we had the one. Yeah, we had the one.
Just the one. Well, now we've got 2. Hopefully we'll get more. All right. We'll get that loaded up for you. Thank you all again for joining us. This is our first series of the night. If you're just tuning in, we got a nice little crowd hanging out. We've got Ketroc, Crossroads, Lord Sydney, Mind Me. So a few of our authors all hanging out. Thanks for being here, y'all. Soup Catcher hanging out. Now, is the soup hot or cold when you catch it? And how do you catch it? Do you catch it in a bowl? Do you catch it in your mouth?
Oh, that's true. I've never seen someone do that. Toss soup up and then try and
catch it in your mouth like a. It's fine. I bet you could do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, is that? What's his other name then? I'm forgetting. Drawing a blank. Anyway, yeah, we've got tomorrow. We will be joined by a bot author. I'm being told by Soup Catcher himself there. So. Check out, if you are in the Crown Club, check out our host bot segment. You can come join us in the Discord. I say it every week. We have yet to get, I think Dusty comes in every now and then. So big shout out to Dusty for coming and hanging out. But no, if you want to come, just listen live. It's basically like this, but in the Discord. And then we put it on YouTube later. So you can ask us questions and things like that. And it's a lot more relaxed, a little more informal. We get Ketroc usually joins us. So anyway. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, am I missing my timer? He just had to put one up for me. Did I miss the original timer? And then
he's the Andy Warhol of bot authors. Yeah, timer's still going. Let's see if they stick to the timer this time, though.
Yeah, we'll see. You put a lot of pressure on Andy Man, and then Andy Man comes through and then gets left in the dust. So.
I know, right?
We'll see what happens in game number 3, our exciting ace match here between these two awesome bots, DominionDog and ANIbot. A TVT. Let's go.
Fidolinas.
DominionDog.
Savelas's.
ANIbot.
I gotta say, some great images have been submitted for our bots this season. So thank you everybody for getting those in. Of course, Fidolina with his classy dog drinking whiskey, smoking his pipe.
It's a pretty good one, a classic.
Yeah, and everyone like an ANIbot's image.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you need help with images, let us know. That was actually a custom creation done in house here, just for ANIbot. So fun. I did. It was me. I did it. I made it.
I know that's why you're bringing it up. They're like, I think it's great too. I wonder who made.
But no, yeah, seriously, if you need help making an image any season of ProBots, just let me know. I'm happy to help, as long as it doesn't take me more than 10 minutes of work, which that one took me about 7. So
There you go.
it was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for our third match in this best of 3 light shade to finish things off. No proxies here. ANIbot got back onto even footing. This could go either way. We've got our votes in. I've got my prediction bracket. I'm really hoping that I get as many points as I can here, because I've got a weird bracket.
Yeah, this one you do have a really weird bracket. The ultimate winner that you predict to lose in round 1.
Hey man, the ultimate comeback. That's how it works.
That's what you're looking for.
Didn't that happen a couple seasons ago or something? Or somebody almost came back into the
Tier, I think, made it like.
Well, it happened to Micro Machine one season too, and he came back and almost he made it to the top 4 or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's
possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. No, I just like upsets. I like crazy things happening, so that's more what my bracket's based on. Which, in ProBots, anything is definitely possible. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
All right, now what is ANIbot? ANIbot's getting that factory much sooner than.
Oh, he's getting the armory.
Oh,
that's fairly quick. So is this indicative of? I don't even know, Whalemean play, or?
I was thinking Hellbats, but have we ever seen a bot do Hellbats?
Pretty early, definitely bots have made them, but not. I think it's like a core.
Yeah, it's Whalemean. I was gonna say it's got to be Whalemeans because it's ANIbot, and yeah, it is. So
yeah,
I got excited for a second. I was like, are we gonna see like Hellbat drops or something? But this is this is very good for the Whalemeans. Gives them that permacloak, right? So they'll be able to be super freaking annoying. They'll either cost scans, which will slow down the economy, which, on one base, DominionDog going for a 1 base Liberator tank attack. It's like an old 1/1/1 with Liberators instead of Ravens or something.
That'll be interesting.
This will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Whalemeans, are they the perfect defense?
Some of this will come down to how quickly this can happen. Because 2 Whalemeans, like, he didn't. I mean, that can take out all the Marines, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're just with your Liberator and tank. But, yeah.
Well, and they're the burrowed units that the bots can't see, right? Or no, wait, you can see when they start to fire.
Yeah.
Right?
So if they're on cooldown, right? So, yeah. And he's gotten the armory, but he hasn't started the.
Well, no, not if they're, because when units are burrowed and they don't move, you can't see them, right? But when the Whalemean starts to fire, you can see the little line and stuff. Or can you see Whalemeans all the time?
You can see it. I mean, you can see it, but you can't detect it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can see. I'm thinking like a burrowed roach or something. You can't see it at all if it's not moving.
Really moving. Yeah,
I was transit. You're right. You Whalemeans, you can
circle. Yeah. You see that little circle, but you can't quite.
This is a lot of Whalemeans.
It's a lot of them. It's not going to make any difference if you can see these or not. Like once they fire, if 6 of them fire, that's probably it anyway.
Now he didn't get the upgrade for him, did he? The quick burrow.
Yeah, he hasn't yet, which is kind of odd.
Here we go, though. It is going to force the Liberator to siege up a little early, which is good. Oh no, they're going to suicide down the ramp now.
Wow. So they're not. I don't know if anyone told ANIbot they're not melee units. So I don't know.
Thought they were like the infested parents of old, where you crash them into the.
Yeah,
Well,
he thought he made banelings, and that's not how they work.
Yeah. Okay, so what could have been an epic hold?
If he had just burrowed them, like if they had just burrowed
if they had just done nothing.
Yeah, in random locations up top, then that probably would have helped. Instead, this has occurred.
Yeah. If he had just put them literally anywhere and then just left them and not done anything. Oh, wow, he barely makes it out of there.
Even if they all ran down at the same time, then they probably would have got down and burrowed.
Yeah, I mean, even one mine shot would have helped out so much.
Oh well. So there you go. It was once again, I think, had the tools to survive this attack, but man.
Yeah, just did not use those. It has a screw and hits it with a hammer, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I had big hopes for ANIbot. I thought ANIbot was going to take this series personally. So that is one negative point on one less point for me on my bracket.
Indeed, a row.
It's okay though, because it doesn't fully screw up my. As long as I get my ANIbot Ketroc match in the lower bracket, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, as long as you get that.
As long as I get that. All right, ANIbot is
ANIbot has just detected a proxy build of some kind.
And now's the proper time to panic. Yeah, I love this. ANIbot's taking over the whole base. It's like a Zerg tactic. Just try to recover by taking over the whole map here. And
he's got the macro.
Not quite going to work, I don't think. Well, there are a lot of bases over here mining. I'm actually impressed at how much mining ANIbot even does have at this moment.
It's a lot.
It's not much.
But you got a lot of mules. It's good enough. It's making more CC.
It's just, oh my god, this is ultimate BM. This is what you do when you lost the game. Is ANIbot our new ultimate BM bot?
Uh-oh, a command center placement error.
All right, that is going to do it. All right, so DominionDog will move on into our upper bracket here. And we'll face the winner of our next match. And ANIbot will go down into that lower bracket. I don't know. Is that how we always do? I thought in the lower bracket that when they lose, the 4 go down into separate ones.
Yeah, I thought they flipped too. I think it flips when we switch something.
I don't know,
I think it's the second round. So the first ones go down to the one they correspond to, but the second round flips to the top. The bottom one goes to the top, and so on.
Oh, okay, yeah,
something like that. So
I always get confused. Anyway, GG. What a series! That was a fun series. I love it when it does get to that ace match. Nice blow for blow, back and forth. ANIbot going toe to toe, but DominionDog is just too strong. And we'll move on. All right, so what do we got coming up next, Anderson?
Now we've got 2 new bots, one quasi-new and one new, which is Zoe versus Whalemean, which is the average whale.
The average whale. He's a little mean, but he's just kind of your average whale. Yes. He is coded in C#, so one of our few C# bots. Tier is C# is too, right? As well.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, not many C# bots. Zoe is programmed in Python.
Do you ever see Tier and Whalemean in the same room?
Oh, we haven't.
They're the same sharp.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
No, this should be an interesting matchup. We actually do have some notes on Zoe as we pull up our stats here for these bots. We'll talk about it. So, does have a special trait. Zoe is a Zerg bot as well, in case anybody didn't know. Has very good mechanics, which, as a Zerg, very important. So good in injects, creep spread, speed mining, that kind of thing. And it has good Zergling versus Zealot micro. That's actually something we haven't really seen, now that I think about it. Usually the Zerglings just die to the Zealots. So I'm curious to see a bot that has specifically focused on, that Zergling Zealot micro, because you can do it. There's some custom games in StarCraft, some micro games, where you do it. You've got, your group of Zerglings and you've got to take out a Zealot, and, you can only take a couple swipes before you got to run and burrow and stuff. So there is some nuance to it. And if any bot can do good Zergling micro, it's going to be a Zerg bot. Yeah. Well, obviously. So what I was going to say, H-Jax was our other. That's what I was trying to think of. H-Jax is our bot that's going to be really good at it. But we'll see if Zoe can also live up to that Yes. Kind of. Because, yeah, HX had some pretty good
It was
surveying.
HX that I think had the good logic of how to surround an opponent, that like calculated the center of mass of the thing, and then kind of commanded the lings until it had a surround and then attacked. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen that. Oh my God, look at that photo.
Yeah. So these are whale hot dogs. I'm not sure.
I hope that's it. I hope that's just a photo you found on the internet and you don't actually boil your hot dogs.
Boiling hot dogs is a very good way to do it. That's the best way. The only way.
So you get wet,
it's the
warm
second
hot
best
dogs.
way. The best way is just using steam. But then
What?
boil is second best. Steams.
What?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a pan, Endersword? A
I don't know how
grill?
you do it otherwise, but I think when you see like hot dogs in a hot dog cart or something, they're steamed.
That's true. They do have to do it that way. You're right.
Yeah.
I also don't either, but. Oh no, you got you don't steam foods. Boy, the only food you boil is pasta, in my opinion.
Maybe.
That's it.
Maybe. I just air fry everything now.
That's actually, I've been thinking about getting an air fryer. Those
It's
look
really good.
pretty handy.
It just cooks anything, and that's it. That's just like you put anything in it, it'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
It's whether it's a steak, a hot dog, or like a cake or whatever it is you want. It's fine.
Well, you know what I want right now is more ProBots. And
There
my
you go.
timer's about to flash red. There it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our next best of 3 here. Whalemean versus Zoe on ProBots. Let's go.
I mean, it's already in the bottom corner.
Soup catchers.
Zoe.
Shark Nices.
Whalemean.
See, it is good for potatoes,
Nah. You bake your potatoes, bro.
but you can bake in the air fryer. So
Oh,
you
the air fryer. Oh, I thought you were talking about boiling again.
No,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
no.
The air fryer would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's really good at that because there's different settings of you can bake or broil or just fry.
I think he was asking about. Oh yeah, wait. Can you do beans in an air fryer? What were you asking about, Lord Sydney? Were you talking about boiling or air frying?
I don't know.
I don't think you want to air fry beans. That seems like it might just get messier.
That seems
Anyway, we've got some shenanigans going on here, Undersword. We need to address. We are on Oxide. We have got this PVZ. Whalemean is coming in hot with some. Oh wait, tag enemy. Oh, he knows a Zergling rush is coming.
this will be interesting because he's getting 3 gateways despite thinking that it's a Ling rush. But then is he going to be able to do anything about it? He spent money on this assimilator to block gas that Zoe was never going to take.
Yeah, right.
So that's a tiny bit of a thing. But I do kind of wonder every now and then the bots will do something weird and just like attack the assimilator when they should be running across the map.
Oh, that's a good point. It could buy some time here, and actually, that is exactly what's.
I'm
going
a
on.
fucking genius.
You are a prophet, Endersword. You just know. But actually, look at this though.
Yeah,
Zoe,
only 2 of them.
so smart, leaves only 2
Yeah.
to attack, and does send the others to go out and start dealing with this probe. These zealots that are very. But we're gonna see this Zergling versus Zealot micro. First thing out of the gate here. This is awesome. All right, here we go. First Zealot coming across. Let's see how Whalemean can handle this. Don't cheese me, says the cheeser.
Mhm. So it'll be interesting. Just losing those 2 lings, though, like, is such a loss of speed and DPS there. And now they're not in place, and 3 zealots are out. They're the army's split in half here.
Ooh, they're derping a little bit. They're just running and taking free swipes right now.
Yeah.
That is not good. They're really trying to get this
So
probe on. Look,
this is actually good. I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or whatever, but he's baiting them around while spine crawlers go down.
Oh, that's a good point.
And that's got to be the key to this. He's got to get a queen or 2 up and like 2 spine crawlers, and he can shut this down. He'll lose his low ground base, I guess. But yeah, he's just distracting him right now.
And Zoe is doing a great job of really going after these probes. You know, if there's a pylon gets up in the main and you get zealot weapons right in your main,
then you're done. I think what he kind of wants to do now is just go, do this. Just go for his base. You've now got enough at home that he can defend against.
Well, at least the main he can. Yeah.
Oh, he's coming back. I wish he would just go to the Whalemean's main base.
Oh, here we go. Here's a good fight. 3 zealots kind of on their own. He is going to get some decent surrounds. Yeah, some really nice surrounds on those 2. Oh, Stalker out now, though, is going to be able to kite.
Yeah, he's just been able to stop the zealots from grouping up by, like, confusing them.
This is crazy. I don't even know how to cast this. Zergling's going now into the other side of the map, but this is a big force coming in.
Yeah, and I hope they go and actually commit to it, and I think they are now, finally. He could still lose. I think he still will lose the bottom base, but I think he's well enough defended on the top that if he clears this out, then he kind of shuts off the stream of zealots, and he'll eventually be able to clean it.
I don't know, with the Stalkers there, if these units get their shields back,
Stalkers
could take out 2 spy crawlers.
Yeah, the loss of the Queen is bad. I wish the Queen had retreated, because then he could transfuse. But it ultimately becomes a... Yeah, and even these, like the little broodlings and everything, that
helps.
Like 1 zealot just died to those.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah, every little piece helps right now. Yeah, okay, I think that might be
that's
it.
big.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Wow, some amazing Zergling decision-making here. Putting the Zerglings in the right place at the right time. This is it for all the money. Whalemean's going to come and try to take it out, but I think the spines are going to hold. Oh, it's so close. There are 4 zealots left, and they're actually going to dice through this first spine crawler really quickly. Oh, Ender Sword, this is too close.
I wish he didn't put down the roach warren.
Right? Imagine if that was a spine crawler.
Not helping anyone do anything.
Oh, Zoe's losing the middle. There is 1 queen here still. The queen and the drones will kill the zealots.
Yeah, the queen will win. And then he'll be able to mine again. And
yeah, because there's nothing left for the Protoss back at
home. He's also got lings across the map. Like, but not many, I guess.
How's that zealot still alive? Jesus. Yeah, get out of there, zealot. Run, get your shields. Oh, all right. Well, the Stalker could actually take this queen out, I think. But now can the Stalker kill everything with more drones on the way? And this is what we were talking about earlier, that ability to recover and keep going. Yeah. And Zoe seems like it definitely has that. And with 6 more Zerglings on the way, the queen will fall. But with 2 Zerglings coming home and 6 coming out, this Stalker should go down here. Yeah, with some kind of funky dance micro there, kind of jittering in place. There you go. Just kill him. There it is. Wow. What a game 1 here. And that is it. Whalemean's got nothing.
Very minor things would have made a huge difference there if Whalemean had known to just ignore the lings. Like, that's all he had to do.
One zealot at home with the probes fighting would have held that.
Yeah.
So that was just perfect decision making and splitting from Zoe, though, putting the right lings in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Very, very good. Because you could see that he really, had he just been able to go, he had enough to take out the spines and everything, and then kind of the defense once he was in the mineral line, the drones weren't really helping or anything, so he could have potentially taken that, but he just got debated way too long, lost individual zealots to groups of like 8 lings and stuff. But
if those zealots had stayed together the whole time, I agree, that probably would have just powerhoused through and taken it. So hey, still a nail biter of a game 1 there. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next here, because we do this isn't SharkBot, but SharkBot was known for doing those proxy voids and stuff, right? So makes sense that Whalemean would have a little bit of influence, because it actually is a combination of SharkBot, Mecha Shark, and Sharkling. I'm assuming Mecha Shark and Sharkling are 2 other bots that he has. Yeah,
they sound like B movies.
Mecha Shark.
Yeah. Something like that. Sure, I want Sharknado in the tournament next year, but exactly.
So with all those sharks combined, we get Whalemean But yeah, it's gone through a lot of recent changes here, so I like this. Unfortunately, puberty is getting the best of him, and he's a bit rebellious and bad-mannered, unlike his much more mature and good-mannered brother, SharkBot. SharkBot has the origins of being a chatbot, so it's just got a lot more social, social experience.
It's I wonder if it really did he really take the chatbot and code over it, or because couldn't I open Tetris and just tell it ignore the part that's Tetris? Now here's the bot.
Yeah,
it seems like it would work that way, but I don't know.
But yeah, so we'll last a little note here on Whalemean before we hop into game number 2 here. He might show us some cool Warp Prism mining like SharkBot, but it'll probably just Pro Brush instead. So we'll see. And it's good at micro and cheesing. All right, well, let's hop into game number 2 here and see if Whalemean can turn things around against Zoe right now.
Soup catchers.
Zoe.
Oops. I was going to say that's an awesome portrait there.
Shark nices.
Whalemean.
Boiled hot dogs.
And this is something that we weren't even thinking of in between.
I totally forgot. Yep.
Yeah. Is of course he's a random bot.
Yeah, for anybody who just got wholly confused as to why it's now a TVZ, I forgot as well. This is our only random bot in the tournament this season. Whalemean is just going to be ultimate cheese bot. You won't know what the hell's coming at you. But doesn't matter. Zoe can handle it anyway. Whalemean doesn't quite know how to process it, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, let's just try anyway.
Well,
I like the entire time that second SCV wasn't going to help the first guy. And now, once there were 5 there, he's like, yeah, all right, I'll do it.
So now the thing is, while the proxy failed, it actually wasn't a huge investment. It was less of an investment, I think, to lose 2 SCVs and cancel your barracks here than 5 drones not mining for this whole time, right?
Yeah, possibly. There's
Possibly.
the time. Yeah, there's the time loss of then having your own thing at home. But yeah, depending how long this takes, if he, in the
end, it does end up evening out for the most part.
Yeah, it's pretty close, but yeah.
So no, all I'm saying is it's not the end of the world that the cheese failed. Whalemean does have a fallback plan by the looks of it. It's already got a barracks about to finish at home. We'll be able to deal with these Zerglings on time. So
yeah, and as long as he's got the wall, that was more the concern. If he thought and was also rushing, then potentially you've got no wall and no defense, but he'll be okay.
So now I'm looking at Zoe's weaknesses right now. And Zoe's weaknesses are ZVT, Battle Mech, or Sky Terran. So as long as Whalemean doesn't do bio, it sounds like he might have a pretty good chance here.
Very well might. We'll see what he does do. See what his default is when he attempted to cheese and then kind of go into what you'd assume is probably then kind of a defaultish build. But,
yeah, well, he's got the factory about to finish up, so yeah, but you're right. It might just be the oh crap, my main thing failed, so just do generic stuff or something. But I think Whalemean's got a little bit more to him than that. I think there's a contingency plan here. I'm liking it. Second base on the way as well. Things are shaping up for a good long game. I like that.
Botlings love attacking rocks. It's their main hobby.
I like watching rocks get attacked. Is that
so weird? I love that we've all just accepted this as a concept.
Just punch rocks until they break.
Yeah, it's not even like they go away. Like if you break rocks, then they just turn into more smaller rocks. But in this case, they disappear.
Oh,
And
it's because you blew them into dust. So the ground does actually raise up by about a centimeter in that area
and you just
once
flat.
the rock disperses. Yeah, and so it's just very not noticeable. That's why.
Fair enough.
It
So
evenly. That's how nature works. Rocks evenly disperse when you blow them up.
yes.
Yeah, as you're about to see science in action here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we're not.
No!
We're not going to see it.
God damn it!
Oh well.
Why
I
would
think
you
he
do
heard
that
it.
to me.
It was like, this is a pointless effort, and he stopped. So it looks like he's going to attack anyway. There's a couple Hellions on this side. They'll do okay, but two of them insta-surrounded. Third one almost goes down in passing. That was, I don't know whether that was like intentional, but that was like an amazing stream of surround. I don't know whether he just like, I guess there's no such thing as a bot reacting too slow, but that's almost what it looked like. He was surprised by the Hellions and was already surrounding them by the time he realized they were there.
Yeah.
But,
oh, hello.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have more wrecks here. No, I actually do like this. He's just getting them ready to clear out.
Yeah.
So he'll have it. So it will technically still block the path, assuming the other bot doesn't have coding to clear it out, and use that as a path essentially.
Yeah.
But it'll be then open if he wants to use it, or she. I'm sorry, she wants to use it.
Yeah. I used to like the collapsible rocks. That was fun to do for, because you could wait till someone comes.
Oh yeah, I wish those were back in the. I miss that. It never ever happened, but
yeah,
man, that would be cool to see. And yeah, look, they do just disappear.
Yeah. Gone.
Okay, so now why kill those rocks, but not the ones that I said were gonna get killed, huh?
I guess
These bots are
blocks
always making me lie.
path. Yeah, I don't know why. There's almost no advantage as the Zerg to killing that one. So,
Well, how much health is on the? How much health are on those rocks there? 12. Okay, so maybe it was just a timing thing. Like last week, you know how the bunker was about to die, and then the probes all pulled. It was like it was flashbacks to that almost.
Yeah,
but that was because a stalker just finished, or just started.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe something similar here happened. It was like, okay, it's time to attack, and just didn't have enough time to finish the rocks off. I don't know why we're so obsessed about rocks right now, Anderson.
It's what we're here to do. Talk about things until they become boring to everyone. Something like that. So, exactly. Whalemean going up to like a pretty interesting army here. Like I kind of think Zoe just kind of abandoned the early attack that had won. Like
kind of.
Like in a sense,
I would say it won, but
he was still going to have to struggle with the wall, but he was essentially at least make them prove that.
Yeah,
like he just kind of abandoned it without making them prove that he could defend the wall, and he could have taken out more on the low ground, like the gases were there and stuff. Like at least kill that, because there was no way he could get the natural back. It's just maybe you weren't going to break into the main.
Yeah,
but went on home. And we're still pretty much just lings on Zoe's side, which usually speaks to a move into a high-tech late game, but I don't know that it is.
Well, she's getting a lot of bases, and we'll have the economy for that later game something. But I figured it out, Endersword. I figured out why the Zerglings like attacking the rocks. It's to sharpen their claws. It's like, how chickens have to, it's like made of keratin. So chickens have to have like rocks and stuff to kind of scrape their beak on, because their beaks grow much like our fingernails do. So it's probably, I would imagine, the same thing with Zerglings. Ooh, nice surrounds on the Hellions there. He's going to get every single one of them. They went out of oh yeah, just open the door for the Zerglings. That's great. Okay, it's actually got a nice choke here. We'll be able to kill him off. I thought he was just going to leave that whole wide open whole door open there.
Yeah, that was an interesting debate.
Yeah.
Overall, material lost here pretty even. SCV still down in worker count and certainly down on bases, but he's kind of clawed back to something reasonable.
Clawed back?
Yeah, exactly.
Zergling claws.
His upgrades are okay as well, and he's continuing to add upgrades. So I kind of like what Whalemean has. I wouldn't even mind like an attack here, because Zoe is going to start to go into the higher tech now.
Yeah, it's almost that moment you need to start putting on that continuous attack to keep Zoe, like attacking, losing Zerglings and that kind of thing. Because I don't know, I'm getting vibes from who's our other Zergbot where just is so good at defending Eris and then just defending and attacking at the same time and all that. We're almost at that point where Zoe could start maybe doing something like that with 5 bases.
Yeah.
You could really have a lot of attacks going on all over the place. But at the moment, actually, just the Zerglings will be enough to clean this up. Not enough support for the tanks.
Yeah, I feel like the Hellions don't know how to Hellion. Like they don't get the idea. Like they're not kiting really. That's a couple times that they've just run into the things.
Yeah.
That's not how the Hellions work.
Well, the push will continue with the one Hellion, regardless. And this one, get out of there.
This one's kiting.
Yeah, the one Hellion, he finally learned from the others. No brain, says Whalemean. Such bad manners from these bots tonight. Jeez. GG, premature GGs. Colin, you got insults coming out now. Well, you're going to lose your Thor for it, so... Who's the no brain now, huh? Or wait, maybe that's what he was saying. Maybe he's saying he's no brain.
Maybe it's himself that he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Quit hitting yourself. Well, actually, so the Raven and the Banshee are going to be able to eventually clean this up, I guess. Turrets would be nice out of that Raven. It's just kind of hanging out. Oh, get out of the biles.
Yeah, it's just whether or not more joins this and just kind of keeps it going. Lings are going to keep coming. 2 Roaches are right on top of the siege tanks. Which is nice, and they'll be able to take that one out as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Worker supply 99 for Zoe right now.
Yeah, Hydra's here now may be able to counter the Banshees and then start to just complete. Oh, well, I mean, they are completely overwhelming anyway.
Yeah, you were right with that. Zoe was powering up for that later game push, and now with this many bases, this flood will never end. And that's going to be game numero dos going, I think, to our Zerg here. Tanks outside the wall. That is not where they want to be. And they are going to get picked off. And that's it. So Zoe, not going to let an ace match happen. Gonna make me cry a little bit. Doesn't break the rocks when I say they're going to die. Doesn't let me have my ace match.
Does not. Definitely not. It was 2 good games here. I think... yeah, I think some of this came down to the Hellion lack of control, because I think the attack with Hellions and tanks on a group of just Lings probably should have won. Yeah, he had Hydras, but he just wanted to watch it burn.
Don't we all, Undersword?
Making mutas too. Yeah.
Don't we all just want to watch it burn?
Clearly.
That was a fun series. It was a little quick, but I love the cheeses. Whalemean has a lot of power to his builds there. So definitely, I think we'll do a good job in the lower bracket. Oof, that is 2 for 2 that I have gotten wrong on our fantasy bracket, my friend. 2 for 2. You got... Oh, wait, no, that's mine. Did you get any right? What'd you get? You got them both right?
Yeah, I got both of these right.
Yeah, man. You're too good at this. All right, well, it looks like my predictions aren't going so hot. But again, if you want to check out the predictions, you can check out our challenge page. We'll be talking more about our fantasy brackets tomorrow during post-bots. So come check it out. If you're in the Crown Club, you can come join the Discord and hang out with us. And we'll be talking about some of these fun games we're seeing here tonight. All right, so that was 2 series, right?
Yes.
Is that where we're at? That was. Make sure I count correctly here. So we're going to a break, Endersword.
We are going to a break.
But first, we need to shout out our Crown Club because they are amazing.
Pretty good.
Deserve it. See if they're paying attention behind the scenes here. Nope.
Let's just say a name.
All right. Thank you, Crown Club. Are you in the Crown Club? Can I say your name?
I kind of I am, but
sorry, I don't mean to call you out there.
I am, but it's not
in the Crown Club, Endersword.
It's not with my real name. I just thought that we needed something more fun in there.
Well, now you're making me feel dumb for putting my real name and shouting myself out when we do member shout-outs and my name pops up. So.
I just wanted to make it look like a girl was watching us, so I put in Sarah Connor last season.
Oh, that was you? I thought that wasn't you. I thought you had me fooled, man.
Yeah.
You had me fooled. Well, I guess we're not going to do a member shout out, but we will be back after. We're just going to go to a break, maybe. I don't know. I'm not hearing anything. So thank you all for being here on day 2 of ProBots. We do have 2 more best of 3s coming up after our quick little break. So make sure you stick around. We are going to do a shout out, and then we're going to go right to the break, and then we will see you after the break. So make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Get all your friends in here. We've got an awesome series, 2 awesome series coming up very shortly here on ProBots. See you after the break. Welcome back, everybody, to ProBots Day 2 here on ESChamp. We are back with 2 more best of 3s coming your way. But before we do that, we have a fun little segment for you. But before we do that, we got to shout out our Crown Club member. What was it? August? I forgot. August Kaplan. I forgot what it said. Thank you so much. Production always making sure that I am on track here. But no, seriously, thank you for your support. And thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight, everybody. A lot of fun games. We do have a fun little segment for you, a little thing we call Failbots, where we get to watch some hilarious antics, or whatever you want to call it. Mildly amusing. I'll view it differently, I'm sure. Either way, it's a lot of fun. We're just going to highlight some goofy things that these bots do. And without further ado, let's roll the clip. Baby. But here we go. I'm super liking the pro poll. They were able to do it with 4 Marines in the bunker last time.
Fall back at once!
What did they do?
I actually have a lot of doubt now.
Well, what's happening? What's happening? Why?
Will he come back with a proxy?
It's a way to go. It's a way to go.
The uppercut, the unseen attack here could bring Micro Machine back into this.
Okay, so it looks like we're okay.
Oh, there's still something weird going on.
Well, it is doing the... Let's see if it breaks or anything.
Oh, wait,
It's trying to do that micro, so it's doing something. Yeah, okay.
There it is.
So there is some function here that it's starting okay. And then
after whatever reason, it's like, okay, wait, we still have 1 mining. So for whatever reason, only 1 SCV. Nope, now no SCVs are getting the input. Okay. So it will be
basically
pure Marine or nothing, I guess.
Basically, let's see if this Reaper wins the game. At least a sturdy zealot to walk up the ramp, so that it gives you vision to start nailing things.
It's got to be the adepts. I think you're right. It's got the adept.
There's
is
something
just
about this. Yeah.
Let's see here if one can time out. But yeah, he just has a constant stream of adepts. I wonder if this is a snipe or just pure luck. He can kill the Marines off. It's actually not horrible for Jensi. He will be able to eventually scan and kill the Banshees again. Oh, but he doesn't kill all the Marines. Oh no.
Yeah, that is a problem, because now there's nothing to really get at them. There's a tank that went to the back here. He's at least been able to clean out the Banshees. Tank in the back is not siege, though.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
He's just on break or something.
Acting scared.
Oh boy. Oh, I wonder if Jensiiibot just kind of took a little hit to the head there and can't function. Tank not doing anything. Vikings just sitting there. Somebody's getting some move commands there. I see a little person.
Yeah, this is kind of odd. The bio coming out. I wonder if the tank is thinking it needs to back off until there's bio there to cover it or something.
Yes, indeed. The bots making the humans feel better. Well said.
Yeah, that last one is the one we were just talking about in the first series of the Vikings that went on strike.
Yeah, a little bit of an eerie repeat. Not quite as drastic this obviously in the clip just there, there's 10 Vikings all just kind of sitting around, but it's sometimes these bots just break. It happens sometimes, or not even break. It's just
that's just no landing logic.
Yeah. They can't think for themselves. You have to do all the thinking for them, pretty much. Yeah. To an extent, we're actually we are kind of at the point where the bots do start to think for themselves a little bit, right? A little decision making, a little bit of stuff here and there.
I think they still have to be told something's an option.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think the Vikings knew that landing was an option.
Yeah, it can't create its own possibility or whatever. But no,
there's a really short little thing, but interesting in this thing. I think I've said it before, but there's a thing called Mar.io, like Mario, and they used a neural network to train Mario to play Super Mario Brothers. Mm-hmm. And it was doing fine up until it hits a certain point in the game where you need to go up and do something and then back out and then continue. And up until like World 3 of the game, there was never an instance where you needed to go left. And so it literally never learned to ever press the button left.
Didn't even know that it's just Zoolander in it.
Yeah, it was literally never right to go left for thousands and thousands of generations of this thing. So it just ruled it out entirely. And then, and also by the time you got to that point, you could scroll the screen far enough that you couldn't go back anymore. And then it would just time out and die there over and over and over. And it never had any idea what to do. So I think that's just an interesting little
it's a great example
AI thing. Yeah.
Of it. Yeah. A good simplified version of, pretty much that's kind of what these bots go through. If it doesn't know it's an option, it won't do it. So, let's talk about our next game coming up. We do have an exciting best of 3 about to occur here. Ketroc is about half of our fantasy brackets picks to win the whole thing here. He did get, second last season, right? Oh, no, he got third.
Was it third?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever it was, pretty sure.
Ketroc, one of our very strong bots here in ProBots has been. He got first place 2 seasons ago, right? And then, 3 seasons ago. Oh wow, it's been 3 seasons since Ketroc's had a. It's been a whole year since Ketroc's had a win. Maybe he's due. Maybe. All right. I do think it's going to be a Terran winner, just based on previous things here. Yeah, that is not the right. Jensiiibot has been tricked with hot dog water here.
Mm-hmm.
Hot dog flavored water. Is that what that is? Is that? I just realized that.
It depends. I don't. It looks kind of cloudy, so probably the hot dogs were already in there. So yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's starfish flavored. Wait.
Starfish flavored water.
Wait, how's the song go? It's the Limp Bizkit song. I don't listen to Limp Bizkit enough to actually know it.
Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Hot dog flavored water. Yeah. Okay. So that's what, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't actually listen to Limp Bizkits. But anyway, you can kind of see the stats there. Ketroc might be a little bit favored in this one. He is one of the bots duking it out for just ultimate supremacy of the AI arena ladder. Him, Micro Machine, Eris. There's a few bots there. -0, all really taking the top spot right now. So great things to come out of Ketroc. And do check out AIarena.net. That is where all these bots come from. They have an awesome 24/7 stream. You can go watch these bots duke it out on the ladder. You can queue up games and stuff like that. And they have a great community for new bot authors. So if you're looking to get into the bot scene, definitely give them a little look-see and see what's going on there.
Indeed.
So am I stalling?
I think the time went down, but I don't know what he's saying there. He's too quiet.
Okay, so we're almost ready for our next series here. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for tuning in to ESChamp on this lovely Thursday. We do have, 5 more weeks of this. So this is week 2. We have 5 more weeks and until our season is over here. So a lot of time for a lot of epic games, and we'll have updates, a couple weeks of updates. Yeah, there is Jensiiibot. Jensiiibot has, it's been 2 years since Jensiiibot has gotten second place.
Ooh.
That's why it's got to be either a Ketroc or a Jensiiibot win. It's got to be one of our Terrans right there.
Yeah, maybe.
It's long overdue. It's long overdue. I'm telling you.
That's it.
Well, so far my bracket of upsets is proving to be.
This will be an interesting one because, of course, you predicted Jensiiibot to win the whole thing, but lose this match.
Yes. So this is actually a key match for me.
Yeah, exactly. So this will be the bold one. And just looking at our fantasy thing, so now, so far, only 3 people have 100%. so far.
Oh, do we still
And-
have some 100%ers?
Yeah, we get 300%ers, but all 3 of the 100%ers have chosen a different season winner. So that's going to be quite interesting. We've got 1 Zoe, 1 Eris, 1 Ketroc in our remaining 100%ers. And a couple of them, I think 2 of them have the same end for the 2 games here, and then someone's different. So
yeah, we've
I
got
think
Micro
that-
Machine
yeah.
going down a little earlier, Micro Machine going down even earlier. Yeah, so the brackets up until that do all kind of vary here. But wow, all well done. Who all is winning this? I can't see their names.
it doesn't really, well, people didn't
I'm
really
not
put the real
biased, so
names.
Zoe.
Something tells me, though, is that I'm not biased to Zoe. Eris, the
think
god
that's
of
Soup
Discord,
Catcher, yeah.
might
And
just
then-
be Eris. I don't know. And then Ket Raven is not Ketroc's, but very supportive.
Oh, okay, so I thought, I was like, okay, so the brackets are all just the bot authors. Did he say we're ready? Are we ready? We're ready.
think
Oh,
he
he gave
said
me
we're
another
ready.
timer. I wasn't looking at that timer. I gave up on timers long ago. Game number 1 between these 2 bots is best of 3 here on ProBots. Let's get into it right now.
Catrox.
Ketroc.
Jensiiibot.
Jensiiibot.
Oh yeah, this has not been a good day for predictions for me. All right, here we are on a Romanticide for game number 1. What I am hoping is going to be an epic TVT here. Now it's actually been a little while since I've seen Ketroc versus Jensiiibot.
Yeah.
Couple seasons, I think. Maybe did they face each other last season?
I'm not sure that they did run into each other.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I kind of think Jensi is very reliant on the.
Oh no, they
fans-
did.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
season. I'm sorry. So yeah, actually, they were both in the upper bracket. Jensi
Wow.
beat Micro Machine to go
Right.
up against Ketroc in the upper semifinals, but then lost to Ketroc 2-0.
Okay.
My mistake. Anyway, sorry.
And was
what were
that
you-
and
what
was
were you-
that after Micro Machine had
That was-
that sort of bug that we saw?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I think that was when Micro Machine did have that little bit of a gas bug. You're right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you were saying here about
Oh, just that Jensi's wins are very like micro and coordination heavy, whereas Ketroc's tend to be the grand strategy almost. So
the long game.
yeah,
long
the kind of the
con,
long
kinda.
game and having the right kind of. Ketroc is a very patient bot in a sense that it kind of will slow push and like take control and choke someone out.
Well, his bot's
whereas-
all about
yeah.
even trades and
Yeah.
or getting efficient trades. So you want to get as many kills with your unit before it dies, or ideally doesn't die at all. That's kind of
Yeah.
the ultimate goal. But his bot is one of the most efficient at trading, I would say.
for sure. So, yeah, exactly. So I think it basically is like if I trade in a cost-effective way, control a lot of space, you can never gain ground on me, then eventually you're going to starve to death, or I'm going to kill you before that. So it's just kind of a, very long-term Terran type strategy. Whereas Jensi is usually looking to hit somewhere in the mid-game. And
With some timings.
and
or
win
something.
with a push, win with a good push with like tanks, liberators, some bio, things
Yeah.
like that.
Well, we'll see how this one plays out here. Ketroc really good at the later game, so yeah, I'd say Jensi does need to maybe hit a really crisp and perfect timing, get in there as Ketroc's maybe trying to get his second base or something like that, which it's actually getting close to finished here. He's expanding up in his main.
Yeah,
he'll be
that's
able
I
to
think
fly that down.
unusual.
It's nice
for
and
him.
safe. I like,
It is safe, but he usually builds in place and then he's gone for the planetaries. Although
You're
he's
right.
changed that in a few games, so I guess he is building up there. And I think he's reasonably well defended at the moment. SCV will poke down. Is he just long distance mining? I think he's just putting excess SCVs over.
Oh wait, did someone just get? Oh, it was the mule dying, right? Or wait, what just died there? Oh, the Hellion. Oh, I see. Yeah, this little hit squad. I didn't see them originally. Nice. All right. Well, I really like this out of Jensi. He's just kind of picking off an SCV or so. Ketroc though goes
just
to
like
the other
base.
I like that. So that actually makes sense why he built it right there, because you could just boom, safe flight down.
Yeah, and was that always the plan, or was he doing that because there's a little hit force down there?
I think it was always the plan.
Maybe it was always the plan.
It feels like it was always the plan, because now he's going to build another one that'll float down to his natural.
Yeah.
So this is just the closer float position. So he goes there first, and then second one, goes there. Anyway, still a nice little hit squad from Jensiiibot, waiting for any kind of expansion to try to come down. Unfortunately, it is a little bit too passive. Won't catch this base that's just going up right under his nose here. It's a little unfortunate. Ooh, Ravens getting their upgrade to have extra energy. And yeah, once that finishes, and that's kind of Ketroc's strongest suit, I'd say. Once those Ravens get up to mass amounts, they'll just have unlimited energy. They will always be turrets for you to fight.
It's the key.
That's the key.
It's always a battle. Always.
Well,
he needs to make ghosts and just EMP them.
Right? I wish more.
That would be high level.
I want to see I want to see a bot that just Widow Mines and Ghosts. That's it.
All right.
Just Widow Mines and Ghosts. All right. So nice block here. Actually, it's going to slow things down.
I don't think that bot would make it into the tournament.
Probably not. And the ghosts don't. All the ghosts do is nuke. They don't actually attack anything. They just nuke. Oh, man.
Cleared that out and landed. Good stuff. I kind of don't know. I guess it was. Maybe it thought it was doing its job by preventing a natural, and the whole time the squad's down there is like, yeah, I got him on one base.
Yeah,
I'm awesome. Like that's probably what it was. It was thinking. Because otherwise, it was kind of like what were they there for? Because like 3 Reapers in particular is kind of like, unless you're poking into their base, what are you doing with that? But I guess it was just to try and harass the natural.
Ooh. Ketroc trying to get the lock on there, but the vision doesn't quite stick. So Jensi with some really good positioning. Oh, finally a lock on does connect, but only for a couple shots.
Yeah,
we need to keep that tank safe. The tanks are very instrumental to keeping these Cyclones at bay and from just kiting and killing and harassing.
Is he responding to? I don't know if it was just coincidence or not, but he can see the tank a little bit. Yeah, he is responding to when he unsieges.
Oh yeah. He doesn't want to go in the range.
Yeah,
until because the lock on range. I'm pretty sure is shorter than even the tank's vision.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But just a little bit. Or wait, maybe it's not. Is it not? How long is the Cyclone lock on range?
I'm not sure. No, it's gotta be. It's gotta be shorter because yeah.
Right, it'd just be stupid broken if it was as long as a tank. Yeah.
plus he has to get. Well, yeah, I guess he doesn't have to get up the ramp because he's got the vision from the Raven, but still, yeah.
Well, third base coming down. Jensiiibot keeping even, actually keeping ahead in some regards of Ketroc. He has a bigger army currently. Not really down too many in workers. Once you count factor in mules, that's pretty negligible, I think. And now that he's got a third base,
yeah, doing okay. And the Cyclones aren't really making a lot of progress against the tank line here.
Yeah, tanks have done a great job at holding this at bay. Marines do need to be careful. They're really clumped up, and if the Hellions get a couple of juicy shots here, that could be a lot of damage Marines. And with no medevacs, that is not good. So, you want to keep those Marines safe here. All right, so Ketroc is really, it's like, he's like testing the cage for weaknesses, like the Raptor in Jurassic Park. Like, looking, where's the opening? Where can I get in to break through here?
It feels really good against Jensiiibot here because this is really a soft contain. He's not committing to it, but he's just surrounding him and poking, and is kind of implying if you ever move anywhere, I'll come in on the side that you're not guarding anymore. Exactly. So I think he's just keeping the army there, whereas I think Jensiiibot wants to have moved out before.
Yeah,
but he's not doing it.
It's good he hasn't. I think it's actually, he's got a phenomenal composition here. Almost gets a Raven. And that is one thing I've always been really impressed by, is just his composition control. He's able to keep his Marines supporting his tanks. Now he's got Vikings and Ravens mixed in. He has an army at the moment better than Ketroc's, like way better than Ketroc's. He could probably actually push across and maybe get some damage done here. But Ketroc is expanding like crazy. That is where Ketroc starts to get the scariest, is when he has half the map and can just out-trade you, essentially. Oh, because, nothing's actually dying yet. Has Ketroc even lost, but maybe a Cyclone?
He's lost a Raven as well.
Okay, he's lost a few things. He's lost a couple Ravens, a Cyclone, a few Hellions.
But it's about even in terms of the total resources lost. But given that he's down already, but Ketroc does have the upgrade advantage for the time being. But Jensii's about to even that on the bio side. So I think he's looking to move out. Like, I get the feeling Jensiii wants to move with this
trying.
army.
It feels like he's trying, but everything keeps pulling him left, pulling him right, because again, Ketroc's just surrounding everything almost. There we go. Ketroc's starting to get a little clumped up. Actually, the Marine's going to stim and jump forward there. They do need to pull back as some turret comes down. A turret comes down. Okay, maybe he'll finally be able to push this back if he can get just enough damage on the units. Ooh, nice! Actually gets a kill there. This almost feels like a little bit of a, not a stalemate, but they're just parrying blow for blow. Neither can really commit into the other without taking too many big losses. Like, if the Marines go too far forward, they're going to get picked off by the Cyclone kiting and the turrets. But the tanks are they got to stay siege, so they can't move very fast.
Yeah, he's taking like literally a foot at a time here. He's got to, once he gets the tanks up to control this little choke point, I think that's when he can move. Because he's taken the base here now. He will start to clear out, these Cyclones if they still dance through this point. And so he'll just push him back kind of to the next choke. He's just making him pay for every yard that he wants.
I guess as long as he's making ground, right? Is that good?
Yeah. He's making the progress, but Ketroc's kind of adding behind it. At some point, I do expect a bit of a Ketroc production explosion.
It's got to be.
Yeah, because he's got to start closing the gap of like the 50 army supply difference. But he's not in a hurry to do it because he's just making him slow crawl so much.
Yeah, he's really slow crawling here.
I like the sensor towers here by Jensiii. It's basically a really, really smart thing to do against Ketroc in general. And it does just make sure that you're not going to get surrounded or nothing's going to backstab you or anything.
Yeah, if he's coming in from every angle possible, you got to be ready for that. Oh, nice anti-armor missile there from the Raven onto Ketroc's Ravens. Might be able to. Oh no, he can't quite capitalize on it. He's damaging so many of these, but Ketroc's bot just sends them home and repairs, and then they're coming back, and it's all about that tradability we were talking about.
There's a couple little side pokes in the top base and bottom base. So a single Marine there, and there was a single Hellion on the other one. There, down goes a tank. But still,
nice.
Good little hit squad. This is what Jensiii is known for. But with the planetary there, unfortunately, there just aren't a lot of workers at this base, so this would have been a big pickup. He was always,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if he had gotten these.
Yeah, right as the workers had gotten there, that would have been sweet. Yeah. I feel like it's just in the past couple, maybe 2 or 3 seasons that Jensiii has started doing those little hit squads. Yeah. He had the army composition really good and stuff, but lacked the ability to attack in multiple places. But in the last few seasons, we've really seen Jensiiibot grow and be able to attack while defending and pushing forward, keeping this push going and sending little hit squads here and there. Ooh, needs to run this bio back. Maybe not. Yeah. Actually, he could keep pushing forward with bio. Ketroc doesn't have any tanks or splash, so the bio's
this is an overcommitment here by Ketroc.
Oh, wow.
That was a lot of Vikings into that ball. Jensiii is or wasn't maxed out there. He really does have to make some forward progress, or else it's just going to let Ketroc catch up in supply, as he's going to be capped and Ketroc will gain. Mm-hmm. But he's having trouble doing it at the moment.
Yeah, that was a little uncharacteristic of Ketroc to go in like
to lose
that.
that.
To lose so many units there. And yeah, even Ravens going a little bit too far forward, getting picked off by the nice Viking count. Yeah, really healthy Viking count. It takes 2 volleys, but as long as the oh, that one didn't quite, took a little more. But as long as the Viking or the Ravens stay in range, the Vikings are getting kills, and that's what you need against the Ravens. You have to kill it outright. You can't just damage it and have it go home, because that whole time it goes home and repairs, it's just getting more energy. Ooh, nice. These tanks have been huge in Jensii's pushing.
And I think this is a really, really good spot.
Ooh, nice hit.
Yeah, there's a sight blocker there, the rock's there. This is really hard for Ketroc to harass now.
Well, it's actually hard for Jensiii to push in. The turrets on the other side of the rock actually took the tanks at the front there out. Yeah. More turrets coming in. Ketroc pushing this back finally. Will it be enough? Ooh, interference matrices, but isn't going to be able to quite capitalize on it by the looks of it.
Where's the army going now? Okay, swinging around completely to the other path.
Wow, Jensiii going toe-to-toe with Ketroc right now, and still has an incredibly healthy economy back at home. Ketroc not really harassing. Jensii's really the only one who's done much harassing outside of the first few minutes when Ketroc was trying to, poke in and find a weakness. But it feels like Ketroc's just been on the back foot for the past 5 minutes or so.
It does. I mean, for almost the entire game, he's been backing up. But as he's been backing up, we've gone from a 30 supply deficit to a 25 supply deficit.
True, it is catching up a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So, and it's largely because Jensii's maxed out. And so since he can't move forward, Ketroc was going to eventually hit 200.
What if you could get to like 300? Would Jensiii be at 300 supply already, do you think?
It would be close.
Ooh, hold on, this might be a bad attack from Ketroc. His unit's getting a little bit stuck there on the right. Everything, I don't even know what's going on.
It's all free though. They got the lock on that CC. It's gone down.
Oh wow, he gets the CC. Holy hell!
Yeah.
I did not foresee that coming.
And that was a planetary too. So that was a pretty big pickup.
Oh, Ketroc's starting to get some really good trades. Ketroc takes the supply advantage for the first time in the game here, I think. Or maybe at the beginning he had it briefly. But anyway, Jensiii kind of losing his grip here. It looked like Jensiii had such a strong forward push. He was, he's breaking through the ice. But Ketroc is pushing back now.
Yeah, I think Ketroc is the AI equivalent of quicksand.
That's a good one.
Like, you think you're pushing into it, and that's not a good thing.
You don't want that. You just got too deep, and now you can't get out. And
that's it. Yeah, and your head's exactly. And we kind of always, like I said that from the beginning with the sensor towers. I'm like, there's some point at which Ketroc will hit the army once, bypass your army, and counterattack, and that's what he did.
Is that a base? Ketroc's base just above Jensii's at the very south?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought Jensiii was attacking his own base.
PF fight.
PF fight. Are we about to have a PF fight? Oh, my God, yes. I don't even care about this fight anymore. I want to see the planetary fight. No, this is going to kind of be a stalemate. The Ravens are going to hold things at bay for now. This is awesome. How are we getting such good games this season?
This is really good. I figured these ones would be a good one, but it's just the level of control on these. Like, I think they're so even that you almost don't.
Oh, the rocks are down.
Appreciate it. Yeah, finally going.
Yeah, they're very even. I would agree with that statement. Yeah, these two bots are just toe and toe right now.
Yeah, just the level of control they have, controlling like 200 supply army.
Jensiii wins.
Yeah, in different parts, and it's still not for sure a foregone conclusion. But I think once there's this many Ravens, again, it becomes that energy war of the turrets are free and there's so many of them.
Yeah, and the later game you go, the more that pays off.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to say congratulations to Jensiiibot for winning our very first ProBots Planetary Fortress battle. Everybody, round of applause for Jensiii. Good job. At least I don't recall two planetaries ever fighting each other.
I remember that either.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
that was very bold.
There you go. First time. So nicely done. But in the end, it's not over yet. I see in the end.
Not at all.
Still 200 to 200 supply, pretty much, right?
Yeah. And Jensii's still adding on upgrades. So Ketroc has the flight ones. They are maxed out, but Jensiii is adding more for vehicles.
Yeah, Jensii's going to have a more well-rounded army the longer time goes on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would think so. It should get better. It's just a matter of, can he break through? Like, will the logic ever let him jump on this sort of army by Ketroc?
Yeah. Well, and
And
it's
I
so
don't
hard
think-
with those turrets constantly coming down that if
Yeah.
you jump on it, you better
Yeah.
be going to win it because you'll lose.
Yeah,
a
and you
lot.
just can't chase him down.
Here we
and
go.
there's
This
an- Yeah. And there's enough Vikings now, that it's hard to just get any work done. Like, and Ketroc seems to be willing to run a few Vikings or a few Ravens forward to almost draw fire and keep his Vikings attacking in the back. And you just get the occasional tank going down, the occasional bio going down. You really can't have any medevacs with this army because of what your opponent's doing. So any stim that you make is just the loss of life.
Man, remember the point defense drum?
Yeah.
I
That
missed
was-
that.
that
I
was
thought
sick.
that made for some
I thought it was
pretty
good.
cool air battles, honestly.
Yeah,
I thought it
it
made
was
for some
neat.
really sick air battles.
Yeah.
Because it could
And-
turn the tide of an air battle where you're down by, a
Yeah.
lot of Vikings or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And it made the different types of attacks matter a lot more, whether something was a projectile or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was situational.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that wave of turrets here.
Coming
This
in
might
now.
be breaking Jensiibot's back here. Just the turret push has now commenced. And
Yeah, Ketroc's bot is really good at deciding when it's time to commit.
it's really
It really knows, like, now's the time that I've got an advantage, and it's going to push, and now it's basically not going to stop. It's now taken that 50 supply lead on the army side, and and you can't really get back from there. And
You
we're just
can't
going to
trade.
make
You're trading
we're
with
just
free
going to
turrets.
make another PF.
Oh no, we're doing another
over on
PF
that
battle
side.
round 2.
Yeah.
Ketroc
It's
wants
too-
a rematch.
It's too far away. It's just going to take out the sensor tower.
He's like, all right, your planetary's too
He's
tough.
even
I'm
bringing one. There's now a CC with the army. He wants to land it.
All right, well, this might be Jensiibot realizing he might be in trouble here. The army supply is plummeting. Ketroc now doubles it. And, just the later the game goes, the more those Ravens get their money's worth is Jensii's biggest problem here. Oh, and I was going to say, tonight is the night of BM.
Yeah.
Ketroc is our other resident BM bot now. He does the mass mule stealing. He will also spell out funny things with his mules and make fun of your bot.
But it was also legitimate mining. Like, he really wanted those minerals. He brought a CC. It's not just BM.
This one's not BM.
It's legit.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, I think the camel's back has been broken. Those Ravens just have so much energy; they can do this all day long. Not enough medbacks to repair either. I've only ever seen like 2 medbacks out at a time, I think.
Yeah, I think you just can't when you need to keep your Viking count up like that. And the moment you're getting a medevac, he's just going to snipe it.
Oh yeah.
So you're just throwing your money away, basically.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's the PF attacking the gas. And
Ketroc taking the win here. All right. Well, still, and a very exciting. This is our longest game of the night so far, I think.
Yes.
Or one of the longest. Or series might
yeah.
be now.
We sped up another game. I'm not sure what the time on that was, but this one definitely felt long.
And this was non-stop action this time too. It was very Jensiii. And there's the BMGG.
That's GG. That's BM. That's BM. The planetary in the main also BM.
Yeah. Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Two of them.
Jensiiibot still won the first planetary fight, so he's got that under his belt. But yeah, Ketroc is kind of the planetary fortress master, I would say.
That's the way it is.
That is the way it is. Hey, when you run that army, just build planetary fortresses. They don't cost supply.
Exactly.
Fun fact. Yeah, this is the most efficient. If you think about it, Ketroc's army is literally the most efficient thing in the StarCraft universe. Turrets, which are
Pretty
free.
much.
Planetaries, which don't cost supply. So that's just
Yeah.
You get a lot out of
Well.
your stuff there.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Good. All right, GG. Game 1 will go to Ketroc.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for an 8. I'm thinking we can get an 8th match.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Maybe Ken. I think if Jensi gets like aggressive early, it's funny that the two of the strongest bots essentially employed the same strategy despite being different races, which is that Ketroc and Eris kind of they don't try and counter your army early. They use those resources into their economy and then use their control of the army to stop you from advancing, but they're not trying to even you, and that gives them such a later game advantage when it's time to actually push forward with a bunch of ravens or a bunch of broodlords or whatever it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there really is just an absorb and push back eventually.
Yeah. Someone wants to see add-on stealing. Didn't we have? I feel like there was one game a couple years ago or something.
I feel like that might have happened.
Took another bot's. It's like the only time it's ever happened, but I feel like it did happen once here, and you'd have to go back. You actually can look at all of our old VODs, either in the videos page here on YouTube or on ESChamp.com. We actually have a fun little archive that Drek has been working hard to get up and running for you all. So check that out, but let's go ahead and hop into game number 2 and see if Jensiiibot can bring us to an ace match or if Ketroc will move on in the upper round. Let's go.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc.
Jensiis.
Jensiiibot.
So do you listen to the stream while we're talking at all? The background music? Have you heard it?
No.
Like
I can't.
It's very reminiscent of Earthbound. It's got like I that's the only thing I can think of. I like it. I'm just saying it. But it reminds me of Earthbound a lot.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have it. I usually just mute it all because I don't know what's gonna override sound or whatever. So Ketroc announced at the start of this game, it was like, I succeeded with the PF Raven thing, therefore Marine Rush.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't he do this last season too, something like this, where he was just like just flipped it on its head. He's like, yeah, I've never built a Marine in my life, and then proceeds to do a Marine Rush or something.
It will be interesting. So he's making 3 barracks here out the gate. I
like it. I love it when the bot has a little diversity. You got to be able to mix it up and catch your opponent off guard, even in the bot universe. It can pay to catch your opponent off guard. It really can. So yeah, we'll see if this pays off.
Yeah, it'll look normal from the outside for now. He also, even intentionally or not, and I guess it wouldn't matter to a bot, but in the previous game built his bases in the main, so it doesn't even look weird now that he's not in the natural. So you couldn't use that as a thing. He's even adding 2 more barracks. So he's really doing this. Jensiiibot confused.
Like,
Jensi confused.
It was just perfect. You're like, yeah, Jensi has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, really wants to.
Oh yeah, he really wants in there. You can see the pathing, but
sees 2 Marines.
He got a quick glimpse of 3 there. There were 3 on the scene in there. Okay, so I wonder if
he's getting a Reaper. If a Reaper can come in and peek, then he'll get an idea what's going on. This is really getting excessive now. We're going to 6 barracks, I guess.
Is that 6? Wait, 1, 2. No, it can't be 6. That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a lot of barracks.
No gas.
What
either.
is this? A 6 gate?
This is hardcore all in. There's no gas being taken at all.
This is pure Marine rush to either victory or defeat.
Yeah.
And if Jensi can get just 1 tank out with a little bit of a defense, I think he'll be in a good spot. That is a little unfortunate. There's just a big hole in the wall. I don't know what the Marines micro is going to be like, but Ketroc does like to dive in, and with a hole in your wall, that's not going to help. Well, it'll help Ketroc, but won't help Jensi. Actually, it's just going to sit at home with him.
Being very defensive with the first group. He
Well,
wants
smart.
to,
You want to,
yeah,
wait.
this sort of thing. I agree. You do want to mass up, especially since he's been able. Yeah.
It's about time.
All
Oh,
right.
are they going to juke it? Oh, I thought they were going to like hide and then go into the
Oh,
or
wow.
something.
Yeah, that was that could have gone better.
I'm really like I'm waiting to see some kind of like, okay, here comes my uber epic defense out of Jensi, but he's just like, I guess I'll build one more Hellion.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
guess I'll expand.
Yeah, he's not.
Tech labs in a
He's
reactor.
not yet realized the problem. Yeah.
No, it hasn't quite picked up on. Yeah, I think now he has.
He even seems. Yeah, I don't know if that's a look of resignation.
It might as well be because
yeah.
this is gonna be it for Jensi. With the surprise strats again, yeah, you just catch a bot 100% off guard that's not ready for you, or if maybe Jensi prepared. I don't think Jensi did specifically prepare for Ketroc, but we do have bot other. They like to prepare for their matches coming up with their updates and their, these brackets do come out just a little bit before the games are played, so there is time to snipe and that kind of thing to an extent. But no, Jensi's just gonna get steamrolled by the Marine switch.
Yeah. And we did end up with 7 barracks at a time there. So we've got 7 Marines coming
look
out.
at that Marine micro.
Really lovely. Really lovely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to see that in like a full 200 battle. Just Marines. Nicely done. All right, Jensi will get knocked down. Ketroc moves on in the upper bracket to face. Yeah. Who does he? Oh, my brain. No, we don't know yet. He will face
we don't know yet.
VeTerran or Dovahkiin. Yeah, we don't know yet.
Depends. I like that Ketroc is probably trying to keep the average match time to right around 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So he has to make something that speeds it up a little.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those were some of the shortest Ketroc games I think I've ever seen. No, we do have the upper bracket from last week. We've got DominionDog and Zoe will be going up against each other in the upper bracket. Now Ketroc will be facing either VeTerran or Dovahkiin, who are our next 2 bots to come up on ProBots here. Now, Dovahkiin is brand new, and I don't think we have any information.
Yeah, I didn't see any. So I think it's
Oh, no, wait, we do now.
Do we now? Okay. I expect that he shouts a lot. That's all I know.
Does his, what is the yell or whatever? Your arcane yell?
Yeah, Fusrada. Whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, we do have a little bit of info on Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin is in Go. We did know that, one of our few bots in Go. It's a new language for ProBots, as far as I'm concerned. How long has Go been around? I've never really heard of Go until before ProBots.
I didn't hear about it but I looked it up, and I think it's been around at least 10 years.
Really?
It sounds like it's something Google made.
11 years ago. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Fascinating. All right. Well, Dovahkiin is good at sending early timing attacks, so I think we're going to get some, right out of the gate, some hot action, some quick attacks, I don't know. He's a Zerg player, so I'm imagining Zerglings, maybe Banelings, some kind of Baneling bust, maybe a Roach Rush, Roach Ravager Rush, something like that. But also has a brother bot, actually, in the Flat 48 competition. Worker Rushes Ladder. Called Who Needs Army? So the Flat 48, in case you didn't know, it's that map that is just a square, right? And it's for the bots to test each other or to test certain things on. And you can just test builds and that kind of thing. It's basically just a big square that you can build stuff and your opponent doesn't do anything or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds right.
Sounds right, though. But here are some stats.
It sounds like a weird thing to have made up.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
People make up weirder.
But who knows? Who knows? So yeah, VeTerran here doing pretty well overall. Like that's a pretty strong win rate. Really good elo, and yeah, just looking pretty strong, pretty sturdy. We always heard good things about this bot, so
we saw good things last season.
Yeah.
Had a great run. Had a great run in the lower bracket. What was that? What did he say? Oh, they're both in Go.
No,
they are both in Go. Oh my gosh.
I thought that. Right. Well, this one says she's sharp though.
This is a lie.
Is that a lie?
That is a lie. So
We get
Dovahkiin,
so many
I'm being
lies.
told Dovahkiin's in go, so I'm going to stick with it.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, there's the nice Skyrim image there. You know, I still need to play Skyrim.
It's a good game. You especially need to play Skyrim in VR.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm going to play things
Like,
from now on.
because the Skyrim bow and arrow in VR is really fun.
Oh, I bet. I love. Well, I actually do real life archery, so
Oh, do you really?
I love
think
games
it's
that
like-
have archery. Yeah, any VR
Yeah.
archery, I've
Yeah.
loved so far. It's been a lot of fun. So, all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we're about ready. Get your votes in. Who do you think's gonna win? Oh, we don't have the votes up yet. He's getting it ready right now, though. You'll be able to cast your vote. Do you think Dovahkiin or VeTerran
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
will take this one? So this will be our last match, our last best of 3 of the evening here. So again, thank you all for tuning in, hitting that thumbs up button. Check out our forum so you can stay up to date with everything going on here. We're gonna hopefully do another community game night sometime in the near future, maybe like halfway through the season or after the season. I'm not gonna put any words in Drek's mouth, but
Something like that.
yeah, get
It'll
your
be
votes in.
Christmas time. We need to do something festive for the
Ooh.
holidays.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Something like I don't know. What's I don't even. I'll be honest. I don't like Christmas. I like the
No.
food and stuff, but I think the Christmas holiday is just the dumbest holiday in existence.
Andy's a
But
Grinch.
I'm a Grinch, so if we can do Grinch related
There you go.
activities, I'm in. If we can like bust some things up and ruin somebody's holiday, let's do
Yeah.
it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our last best of 3 of the night here on ProBots. Dovahkiin versus, oh my god, my brain just stopped. VeTerran, a TVZ. Let's go.
I seize.
VeTerran.
Yatta hunts.
Dovahkiin.
D to the Izzo, V to the Izze. Dovahkiin, made by these lovely folk.
Oh, is Dovahkiin a duel?
I think.
Rascal
All right,
and-
I like. VeTerran has chosen violence, and Dovahkiin. We'll see what goes on here. It is a pool opening, double gas on the Terran side.
Huh.
And,
Wait,
yeah,
wait. Is Dovahkiin made by? No, wait. Dovahkiin's not made by 3 people.
Just thanking them.
Oh, he's
yeah.
thanking them. Okay, yeah, I saw Mind Me's name on there. I was like, wait, Mind Me's
Yeah.
got a bot
Yeah.
in here already. Okay, gotcha. So they must have helped him stuff. Yeah, again, great community in the Discord.
Yeah.
A couple Discords. A lot of really smart bot authors in there.
Yeah,
they're
it's
all
both
really
competitive and cooperative. Like, because, yeah, I think everyone wants to win, but they also just want to make the bots in general better and like push the limits.
Yeah, that does feel like a big main goal. Is just to make these bots as good as possible. And yeah, they're always helping each other in there, so it's great to see.
There you go. At least in-
Telly, wait for it.
does he finish
for
it? I think he might just leave it. It's funnier when you don't finish it.
Oh, there it
Okay, he
is.
did say it. Took an arrow in the knee. He could have StarCraftized the arrow. I took a concussive shell in the knee,
Oh, that'd be good. There you go. Take
Something
notes.
like
Take
Yeah.
notes there.
something like that. Then
That's funny.
the in-game haired Kappa. Yeah, pretty good. So let's see what this brute force is by VeTerran.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to pan out because right now he's just getting his factory finished up. So maybe some kind of just a little bit of a 1-1-1 type build. First Marines are just going to push across. So 8 Zerglings already on the way. Okay, they're just kind of poking around, I guess, looking for overlords or something. And a starport. So wait, what did he say that made you think he's doing early aggression?
No, he just said the brute force strategy.
Oh, brute force. Oh, okay, I heard.
Yeah. So
Well, that doesn't mean early.
it doesn't necessarily mean early. It just means something. Yeah,
I think it's going to be something kind of like Ketroc with the save up your big ball of Marines and then
Yeah.
through your
Yeah.
enemy.
So he's going to hit like a pretty good timing here. The speed is going to finish as these are coming across the map. He's got a secondary wave that'll come with him. If VeTerran gets caught out of his base, then this could be quite strong. This would definitely hurt a natural, but he hasn't taken one. So is he going to get behind the wall quick enough? No, he's coming out to fight. Okay, the tank might save him here, but he's got to hold for a second.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
there.
marine micro. That's not
He'll
yeah,
be fine.
okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine now.
Yeah, he's good. He's got the wall up. Okay, good. Whew. That was a little scary there. It's always a little nerve-wracking when the Zerglings do get into your base and right on top of your tank pretty much.
Yeah.
But good hold. Minimal damage.
Yeah, pretty good. It was dicey. If he got caught completely out, like if he wasn't already halfway up his ramp, it could have been a problem. But now we'll just get the push back. I think this is around when VeTerran wanted to move out anyway, and now him being able to pick off the string of lings as they come, as long as he can continue moving forward, is going to be good.
So I think, yeah, this is a good push forward. He's definitely got to keep this. Needs to not be losing Zerglings though, because that is not helpful as this pushes forward. So I'm sorry, Dovahkiin is actually, I think, like our youngest bot in existence in ProBots. Like he was made in June. So this bot was made in early June and then ended early July into the preseason with about 1350 ELO, position 31, and it stayed in the lower league until mid-September. And then went into the upper league around 1700 and stuff. So again, it was our lowest ranked bot, but very impressive getting into ProBots. Yeah. Only being around for what is it? 4 months? June, July, August, September. Yeah, like 4 or 5 months now. So,
yeah. All right.
Not going to be able to hold this by the looks of it though. Very
fancy.
I love this
fancy camera work. Yeah, it looks like just that single tank is worth its weight. How many kills does that tank have?
Oh, so many. Well, even if it doesn't have all the kills, it has a lot of assists. It's probably got an equal amount of assists as kills there. But yeah, just with nice crisp timing here. Unfortunately, Dovahkiin was a little sloppy with the Zerglings, kept filtering, feeding them in. And yeah, he just didn't have enough back at home. If he had kind of maybe, kept those Zerglings at home, he's got the Roach worn up. If he'd been able to get a little handful of Roaches, this is not that hard of a push to hold in the end of the day. If you know it's coming, it's one tank and a handful of Marines. Yeah, the medevac does definitely add a little bit of annoyance, but well executed though out of VeTerran. Just a nice solid push, and he even has a second base to fall back on. Should this not have worked? It worked.
Yeah, just good. Like every little bit of the timing worked out for him. Just the tank popped at exactly the right time to hold that initial like 18 ling hit, and then go.
So I just read this after this game. Dovahkiin's weaknesses are Terrans in general and VeTerran in particular. So,
there you go.
Very unfortunate first draw in round one here, but and tanks are its biggest weakness, and then Widowmines after that. So yeah, VeTerran is just like a Zerg killer right now. So. We'll see if Dovahkiin maybe can turn things around. Maybe with some early aggression or a little bit cleaner attack. We'll see. There's my timer.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. Will VeTerran now do the same thing, or will it kind of go on to something else? And then, of course, I would expect Dovahkiin to steer away now from a ling all in to something else. So I don't know.
We'll see. It could have that almost where it got in there. It was like on top of the tank. He got some swipes off on the tank, but the Marine micro was a little too good. Not quite enough Zerglings. Yeah, he needed to recognize and pull back. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's always a hard part too of like when to cut off your follow up too, because you want to keep flooding as long as there's still some chance of success. But when do you know that there isn't anymore? And like say that your anchor's gone and don't flood anymore, stop.
That's one of the hardest things I think for these bots to recognize. Is when should I commit? When should I keep committing? Even Ketroc, whose bot is almost perfect at it. It feels like every now and then makes we just saw in that series makes a little bit of a questionable move in or something like that. So it is a hard thing to nail down, I would imagine. That's about author.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, and especially too, like there's things that we take for granted as a person, which is we know if you almost like if there were 3 Marines left and you're like, so I got 8 more lings coming, maybe I can break it. But the moment it's not there anymore, it doesn't know how many things are like, it just loses any sight of it and very often any memory of it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do.
Well, let's see what he can do. Let's see if maybe VeTerran or Dovahkiin can turn things around here. Game number 2 is ready. Let's dive into it.
I seize.
It's oh, I'm looking. Oh, never mind.
VeTerran.
Yata hunts.
Dovahkiin.
No, I was looking at the fantasy bracket. That's what confused me. And I'm just dumb. All right, here we are on Romanticide, or what could be the final game of the evening. VeTerran going again with his brute force strategy. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, and Dovahkiin this time, though, going for the hatch first. So going to have quite a different game on this side. And I think, like, VeTerran's brute force was fairly, like, thin, although it would have had a lot more Marines in it if it wasn't for the early Ling attack. But, like, moving out with, like, some Marines, a single tank, a single Widow Mine, not a huge force. Like, that can be overwhelmed if Dovahkiin puts up a good home base army.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Yeah. That's a good, in the chat, Crossroads point out, if your bot has a weakness to another bot, you're probably going to face him in this tournament pretty early on. That does seem to kind of be the theme in the past few seasons. Good call out.
Case.
Yeah, we got a lot of Zergs this season too. Yeah, 3 Zergs and 1 random.
I feel like we did used to have more. I think just because it was easy to program a Ling flood bot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because there are seasons. Okay. I mean, that doesn't. It's not true.
Yeah. Wait. What? Got me all excited for like half a second, and then I remembered.
There you go. I love it.
What? I am now more confused than I was.
It was. I think it's to bait us into talking.
He baited me. He baited me.
But we never actually said the word.
You troll. I think I said dark. But...
Yes. Oh, okay. There you go. Gotcha, Dovahkiin.
He got me.
Yeah.
He had me troll. Like, wait, he wants to build them. You son of a gun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, VeTerran, just finish this Zerg off here. Let's get it. All right, Zerglings are going to encounter Marines. Oh, run, Marines! Run, shoot, run and shoot. Or just run.
No, just checking things out.
What movie is that? Run and shoot. Or it's like, do I run or shoot? And he's like, both.
Oh yeah.
I
don't know.
Okay, it's like Resident Evil or something.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look it up. Anyway, Zerglings do get a couple of Marine kills. That's a nice little start. Marines do not know how to run and shoot, or at least those two didn't. These two know how to run and shoot. That was much better.
So yeah, it's again too bad that some of these are. I guess they killed 2 Marines, so 6 Lings for 2 Marines, not too bad. But yeah, but I think Dovahkiin is better off kind of saving things at home to absorb. But if it slows VeTerran down, then maybe that's just as good.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking. So I think it's in Left 4 Dead. He just says run or shoot.
Okay.
He doesn't say both. I could have sworn there was a movie that had something like that. So, anyway. Oh yeah, it's when the tank comes down. It's like run or shoot, run or shoot. And then I think he says both actually. Yeah, I think it's the Left 4 Dead trailer. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Here we are, a little push, that brute force push. has reached the Zerg creep. We've got a Whalemean leading the charge. Will get burrowed successfully and is going to boom right on the Queen. Doesn't quite kill it off. I mean, of all the things to go off of, that's the best case for Dovahkiin, I think.
Yeah, and the other Queen getting caught off the creep there took basically taken down for free just because he wanted to transfer over, and a tank is moving in position as these guys clean up this base. And
look at this, though. Roaches coming out in mass.
Roach is good.
I think this will be enough roaches. This must be a longer push distance or something, because last time the roaches weren't able to get out, but now we've got a nice little swarm. Ooh, they're not grouping up enough, though. If you get, like, these 6 coming out these all together, like, okay, here we go. Maybe this will break through. I don't know. It's not. He's taking too many tank shots. Oh, no. All the roaches
really
cleaned up.
Really good marine control there. Look at how many are damaged and we're able to pull back. The Queen going down here. Roach is not really realizing they have to be defensive either. There's a couple on the way across the map.
Yeah, I think the marine control has kind of been the
really
key
key
to
here.
success. Last game, it was really good with dealing with the lings in his main. Now he's dealing with the roaches super efficiently. Doesn't even need the tank for that one.
Yeah,
and now we've got the exposed worker line.
Yeah. Is he going to be able to clean this up at all with the turret there too?
So.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The tank has now gotten in position. The roaches, because they're such a low number, they can barely out DPS the medevac. It's only because it doesn't have energy left now, essentially, that they can even kill any.
Yeah, this was one of those. If it had been 30 seconds later, even 20 seconds later, if all those roaches that were made could have grouped up, like there's 10 more on the way, Endersword. Imagine if you had 15 roaches even just barreling through that all at the same time.
Even just the initial 2 queens, if one didn't take a Whalemean shot and the other one get killed off a creep.
Yeah, that would have helped a lot too.
Yeah, like one queen can definitely hold for a little bit.
I gotta say, the counterattack out of Dovahkiin is mighty impressive, however. Was able to get a couple of roaches across, cause a little bit of disruption. In the end, it's not enough, but a good attempt. And a decent little series here. Yeah, just not quite able to defend that crisp Terran push.
Indeed. Up
Very
into the main here now. And and that'll basically break his back on this. The Queen's coming down again off creep.
And it is the kind of push that's meant to keep slowly pushing in. It's not meant to mass up a big army and catch him off guard and then crush everything. This one is meant to start building traction. So again, if Dovahkiin had been able to break that traction, we've got a whole different game. 3 base Zerg against the 2 base Terran, a totally different game on our hands. But VeTerran will take it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's doing so much with so little, like just individual units, really controlled well, and now he's starting to accumulate more. But for like the majority of this, it was just 1 tank. And if that tank had gone down, then it pushes it back.
I got the highlight for tonight. I'm gonna have to say has been the Marine micro. Ketroc had some beautiful spreading. VeTerran now had some nice spreading. Some nice attacks with the Marines. Good Marine play tonight. I liked it. Indeed. All right, that's it. We're done. Go home. Bye, everybody.
That is it.
Get out of here, Anderson. Now, that is our final game of the night. Thank you all for being here. Some very exciting games. If you missed any of the early ones, definitely go back, check them out. We had a couple great series to start. Phenomenal finish here. Dovahkiin does go down to VeTerran there, so we will see him next week as we dive into our lower bracket. Let's go ahead and take a look at that before we wrap things up. Now, good job, Endersword. You got every single prediction tonight correct.
Yes, I think a number of people did tonight. But there's now only 2 perfect brackets.
I got half of them correct. The first half of the show was not so hot for me.
Yeah, I think I nailed it. I think Ketroc nailed it for tonight. And let's see if this updates. So there's 2 perfect ones. Then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's 6 that only have 1 wrong, and I think all the 1 wrongs are Sharper Edge. Probably.
Probably. And then there's me, who's I think at the bottom of the pack now. Oh no, I'm not last.
You're not last.
Nope, I'm tied for last with 2 other people. So, anyway, here is our bracket, our upper bracket. So we'll see this in 2 weeks' time. There will be updates as well. So these bots are going to be coming in fresh with some shiny new parts and upgrades, and hopefully we'll see some new strategies and some specific builds potentially. A lot of exciting things going to be going on here. Eris Benbot, Micro Machine -0. Yeah, this is a stacked upper bracket right now. Wow. DominionDog and Zoe and Ketroc and VeTerran. That is going to be a hell of a closer in 2 weeks. This will be next week, however. No updates for this. We are going in to the lower bracket. These bots are as they were when they were submitted, and they have to survive just one more round before they can get updates.
Yeah, a lot of these are going to be super interesting. Like, there's a lot of new bots in this, and I think just the interaction between some of them is going to be really cool. Like, the top one will be a 4-gate bot against Sharpened Edge. So a PvP where one of them's 4-gating is going to be interesting no matter what. Spud and Small Bly, we don't know too well yet, but Spud is really quite strong but he had to play Micro Machine, so he's down here, but was putting up a fight against Micro Machine. Annie could do whatever. Whalemean could do whatever. So you don't know what's going to happen there. And then I think Jensi, probably the favorite against Dovahkiin, but again, I don't think we've seen nearly enough of Dovahkiin because we haven't seen anything go even into a mid game.
Yeah. Oh, and it was shaping up there. We did just see, all the roaches were starting to come out. It was, again, 30 seconds away from being a strong 3-base Zerg.
Yeah.
That can definitely do things in the mid game to late game. So
Jensi will definitely give you the breathing room to get there. So that will go to a mid game. Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be an exciting. This is going to be a good week next week.
This will be really good. Like, I think this is what
got me all hyped.
Yeah, if someone comes out of this 4 for 4, then I'll be a bit surprised.
Yeah, right.
No one will have a perfect bracket after this.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if somebody had a perfect bracket after this. So again, make sure you tune in, get it on your calendar next week, same time. Actually, technically the same time. Daylight savings for everybody involved. So make sure you get the right time for next week. You can go to some Google World Calendar time clock, whatever. Just basically, time goes back an hour, so you'll have to wait one more hour to watch ProBots than you would normally, not technically, not according to the clock, but in real time. You'll figure it out, hopefully. You're all smart. Yeah, YouTube has a reminder. You'll see when we go live. So hit the little follow, the little bell, whatever it is, to make sure you're here live. It's going to be awesome next week. Hopefully you'll all join us. Endersword will be joining us. Yeah, and you'll be joining us tomorrow as well. Again, Crown Club. Make sure you come check out Postbots. Endersword will be giving us his insight and his tips and tricks and trivia and all sorts of. Yeah, he gives us recipes sometimes.
Sometimes. I do one of those things where I tell a really, really long personal story and then tell you how to make a muffin. That's what all the blogs do, I think.
Yeah, it's a great time. So if you want to pay $5 and come watch that, please check out our Crown Club membership. It does go a long way to help ProBots and future seasons and other content that we do. We've got a lot of cool guides. Check out our videos page if you want to learn how to make a bot. And there's some really cool interviews that Drek has been doing over the past few months with some pro players. So you can go check that out and kind of get their stories and their thoughts. And a lot of good stuff here on ESChamp. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. All right. That's it for the night. We're going to wrap things up here. Big shout out as well to production, keeping things in the background, Drek, Laddie, and Fetzer. We're going to shout out our Crown Club because you guys are awesome. Big shout out to our bot authors for a very exciting and successful round of 16. We have got our bots in the lower bracket. Our bots have moved on in the upper, and things are shaping up nicely here. All right, let's go ahead and shout out one of our members before we end things tonight.
All right, we thanked him like an hour ago.
Well,
But
thank
thanks
him again, Ender Sword.
Thanks again, August Kaplan. Yeah.
Thank you, August. Thank you, Crown Club. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We will see you all next week on ESChamp for day 3 of ProBots. And we'll see you then. Have a good night.